Aloha, welcome in the stream. I'm Dr. Iron Chef, and this is STFC Ohana for a beautiful Sunday morning in Hawaii. Glad you could be here with us. We are having uh, kind of doing this on the fly because power did go off and my computer settings all reset, but we'll get through it. And just thank you for being here. We have a couple of guests showing up right now as part of the show. We have Fisty and Jason V-neck. But thanks you for being here. First of all, let's thank the Tibbs for the raid. Hope you had a good time with him over the last couple hours. We have just enjoyed seeing all the stuff that he talks about here on these Sunday mornings. And so thank you, Tibbs. We'll do a shout out if we haven't done a shout out to him. We have a whole bunch of people in the room here with us as well. We have Major Samuel, of course, our dear friend from Canada. Hope everything is well with you, Major Samuel. I know she has a busy schedule today. MJ Hat is also in the audience. He'll be joining us in a little bit. Omega J is there. Wheels, I got your message. Thank you. We'll get that out to you as well. Madrox, Kevin, Quazel will be joining soon as well. Crizito is here. Good to see you, Crizito. We have Bender the Robot. We have first time chatter from the raid, Rip Notes. Mr. Tony, sir, our good friend, and a whole bunch of other great people, including Lightning Hawk, another great streamer. And we'll get to hopefully everyone today. Be Real, a whole bunch of people, including Jeff Games TV. All right, we got through some of the messages. I'm trying to get a little bit better at that. I totally forget all the time, guys, about reading the chat. But we have, again, our good friends here this morning. We have Iron Fister. Fisty, how's your day going? We just saw each other about 12 hours ago, but good to see
Yeah,
you.
that's fine. It's great to be here again. Always really appreciative of you allowing me to join your Warp Drive 5 group to sit there and interact and talk about STFC. But yeah, well, right after we got done, I went to bed. It was late for me. I'm Eastern time. So got a few hours sleep and did some work around the house. And Mrs. Fisty and I had a great brunch that I made. So while I can still cook, while I still have, well, 1.5 arms. So it's going to be one arm here in a few days. So I'm taking advantage of it while I can. And again, thanks for letting me be here with you.
Yeah, if you don't know, Fisty is rehabbing. I guess we call it rehabbing, right? Your shoulder, and hopefully it'll get better over some time. So,
yeah, that's. Yeah, I'm sorry.
No,
I was
go
just
ahead.
going to say I'm having surgery on Tuesday on it. Then the real rehab starts.
Oh, the
I
real
heard it a
rehab
couple of weeks
starts.
ago.
Gotcha. I see you're wearing your fire department T-shirt.
Well, this is actually a company out of Florida. It is called Fire Department Coffee.
Oh, okay.
It's a company that was made by firefighters, firefighter paramedics, and if you look at their stuff on YouTube, they make videos, all kinds of videos about things you like. The real star of them was a firefighter paramedic named Jason, and he makes all kinds of funny stuff, and it's very realistic. It's all based on stuff that he has seen in the real world, and they are funny. So I buy their coffee every month because it's really good coffee.
That's awesome. I have the reason why I was kind of pointing out your shirt. Well, I have a little story this morning, and you were asking me earlier what time or how much sleep I got. I only got about 4 hours or so, maybe 3. And the reason why is that I got a call from the alarm company that one of our fire, smoke detectors was going off at the office, and the alarm was going off. So they dispatched the Honolulu fire department to get down there and see what was wrong. And my thought was hopefully that it was just some of the rain short-circuiting the alarms. And sure enough, they got there. One of the big bosses from downstairs actually met them, which I'm very thankful for, because otherwise I have to drive all the way across the island to get to the office. And sure enough, it was just a false alarm. So they were able to shut it down. But I felt super bad although she lives a couple minutes away from the office, I didn't want to have the other bosses go down there and turn it off. But thankful for our firemen and women to protect us, and we're glad that it wasn't anything serious at the office this morning. But the alarm company guy called me at about 2:00 in the morning. I guess the on-call
never
person.
the call you want to get.
Yeah.
Never the call you want to get, that's for certain.
Yeah. So, but that's okay. I mean, we're very, again, thankful that nothing happened and everyone was safe. And, they have other things to worry about with the flooding. So that was like on my mind too. I didn't want them to, the fire department to have to be there worrying about a false or a broken alarm system as opposed to helping people that are in need. But it's cool. It's a nice shirt. I guess people are asking, is firefighter coffee? If you want to go check it out, I guess you can Google it and search for some coffee for yourself. But thanks for being here, Fisty. We have Jason Vinek. Hello, for Super Friends. Thank you for being back on here. It's early for you, is it?
For me, yes, just because it's me.
Wait,
but I'm glad to be here.
Wait. The other call I got last night at 2:30 happened to be from this guy because I plugged in my iPad and we had a Discord phone call earlier in the afternoon.
We did, yeah.
And for some reason, when I plugged it in, the first thing it did was says Jason Vinek is calling. So I answered it, and of course it wasn't you. It was from the previous time. But then you called back about 2 hours later, wondering if I was still up, I guess.
It's weird because I had Discord on and it said you missed a call from Chef a few seconds or a few minutes ago. I'm like, wait, what? So I dialed back immediately.
Right.
I didn't know it was a 2 hours difference since you plugged in the iPad. I apologize.
No. It's I apologize too, because you got a phone call as well, probably, or maybe I was just answering it. So you actually didn't get a phone call, but it was a message on Discord that there was a call that had been on that you weren't on. So.
Oh, gotcha.
But yeah, it's okay. It is okay. And I was not gonna answer your phone call, but I went back to sleep.
That time, even for you, that's late.
That is very late for me. I am not. I have found out I am not a morning person. I am not an evening person. Maybe a afternoon person is where we are. And speaking of afternoon, or I guess evening.
There.
We have another friend, good friend of the show, who's joining us, and that is Quazel. Quazel, welcome in. Good to see you. I know that you are running around doing other things, but I appreciate you stopping by and turning on your. Wait, is your camera? Wait, well, what happened? There you go. What secret location are you in now? Are you doing stuff in the snow again?
Gonna hide it. Yeah, I might be.
You might
I'm fresh back home from the slopes.
Thanks for being here.
Fresh back home from the slopes. It's been a wonderful day. Yeah.
What
just fit in? So yeah.
What part of the? I'm guessing you're still close to home when you went to the slopes, or was it far away?
I mean, it's about 3 to 4 hours drive away. So that's with my best friend in Corinthia.
Are we gonna meet your best friend one day?
Without, I mean, she was once on camera.
Oh, she was once on camera. Oh, okay. Well,
yeah, I remember. Yep.
Once for a second, yeah.
Gotcha. Well, hopefully, you guys both had a good time. And
I don't know.
Boy, I'm so bummed I missed that. Whose show was that on that she was on camera? Oh wait, don't force her to be on camera if she's not ready to be on camera, because that's how things happen.
Was it an arc fall or
no? I would never. The last time
it was something like that.
It was an arc fall. Oh, okay.
I don't know.
It was something. Yeah.
Yeah.
Where he brought her on.
Oh, well, I hope you guys had a great time, and I wish I
I didn't
could.
bring her on. She joined and said hello because she likes this. She likes that stuff.
Oh, she likes that
despite not
stuff.
being interested in the game, but
You guys could stream together, because once you get your
she
1,000 followers, someone has to
she likes that.
watch.
No, she likes community and gaming stuff and stuff like that. But she doesn't play Star Trek Fleet Command, nor does she watch Star Trek. So not her cup of tea. But yeah.
Hey, Nigel, welcome in. I wanted to put you on the big screen, but I moved you up to the corner again. Welcome in, Nigel. Of course, voice of the players, just an overall exciting and
No, you don't need to say anything about me, guys. Welcome to Dr. Iron
I
Chef's
will say
wonderful
a lot of stuff about you.
No, STFC Ohana is the family. Fitzy, I hope you get better soon. Jason Vina, kiss my rear end.
Wow.
Quasel.
Hello,
by the way,
best friend.
Oh, hello, best friend of Quasel.
There we go. Awesome.
Oh, wait a minute.
And she's gone.
Yeah, exactly. Quasel, why is your face gone really red? Interesting.
I mean, I'm
Interesting.
fresh back from the slopes, and maybe the lightning is off here.
Oh, maybe the lighting is off.
Exactly. Put Nigel in the corner again. Yeah, exactly. Thanks, Cruzito.
That is not what I meant, but but I appreciate you being here, Nigel. We actually have some breaking news, don't we? Coming up for the next week or so. Do you guys all see the blog post that came out?
Yeah. On the way driving back. So I wasn't driving. So
you weren't driving. Oh, you were. All right. But thanks for being here, Nigel. You might know some about this as well. And sorry, I'm missing all the bits. Thank you, Omega J, for the bits. We also had You'll Eat Bugs for the 77 bits. Thank you. Appreciate all of that. We have, let me see if I can put it up on screen. Well, why is this not? Oh, this is not working. Wait.
I'm not on a timeout, Floyd. How dare you? Floyd, you know what? One day we're gonna have to become friends and stuff. It'd be a lot easier to do all that. Like Jason V. What now, as we call him.
That's right.
V. What now? Because
who?
Yeah, we need not who, just what now? Because we all want you to stream, Jason V. You keep canceling. Come on, get your ass into the game.
Oh, you saw that, yeah.
I was like, hey, V-neck, I watch everything. That's it. As a moderator, I have to read everything from everywhere anyway.
Yeah.
So I keep a close eye.
I appreciate that.
Come on, V-neck, because I was like, oh, am I surprising him by joining it? No, he just ruined it. Okay, great.
No.
Everyone was like, wow.
Exactly. Shots fired at Jason V. No, Cruzito, we don't fire shots. We're always accurate with everything. So it's like it's not my fault that I state facts, and I throw live grenades in and see who catches them, like a Quasel's best friend. Well, hello there. Hey, guten Tag, huh? Oh, yeah.
Wow.
This is great.
Guten Tag, boom, boom, and all that.
Yes.
You guys are hilarious.
I wonder how long he has has practicing that.
He practices that every day, I'm sure.
Yeah,
all right.
in the mirror.
All right, we have some breaking news here. Can you guys all see that? Jason, can you see that?
I can see the vlog post.
Okay.
Yes.
So it says, Commanders, over the years, the interim period between ARC launches have varied from 1 to 2 weeks. In 2026, we're moving to a consistent 1 week interim break between ARCs to create a more predictable schedule and help you better plan for what's ahead. So I know a lot of people have been talking about planning. This is actually something that will help the planners here. What do you think this means, Quasel?
It's easy. They get 1 arc per year more. I mean, it's a business decision.
That's possible. Wait, you left the screen. Why you leave the screen?
Yeah, because I'm setting up stuff and
Oh, okay.
I don't know.
Yeah. CDBTU says 13 arcs are possible now. 13 arcs. How is that? So? Well,
Yeah,
as you
because we
know,
had
go ahead. Hazel.
it's very simple. We had 4 2-week breaks every year, and if you skip one of them, each of them, you have 4 more weeks, and that's another arc.
Yeah, so we've had 2 weeks arcs. I actually found where the echo is coming from. It's coming from Blurp. We have two. Usually, we have 2 weeks when the schedule didn't fall in a way where you could start the arc at the beginning of the month or something like that. But now they are saying it is not a monthly arc; it is every 4-week arc. So every 4 weeks, we will get a new arc starting in 2026. We'll see how long that lasts, but at least for this year, we know and can predict that the next arc, if it is a 1-week break and that starts tomorrow, that means the next arc will start on hopefully the 31st. Is that kind of how you're reading it? Because it's technically not just a week arc; it's actually 8-day arc. 8-day interim, right? So
Yeah, but that's always the case. Like we have 20-day arcs,
Yeah.
because we started on Tuesday, and then we have 1 week and a little bit of break. I mean, I think it's not too bad. It removes all the guesswork. Like, when will be the next arc? No, now you know.
Yeah.
A week after the other one.
So if it is starting on Tuesday, that means the next arc will start on the 31st of March. Then we go 4 weeks from there. That means the 28th of April would be the next arc. And then the beginning of the May arc, or the arc that starts in May, would be the 26th of May. So very much different than what we're used to in terms of when it'll start. And hopefully that we'll get that 13th arc starting at the ending of the year in December sometimes. So yeah. So breaking news from Scopely. We know Indominus Prime says we all know Scopely is great. It's great being consistent with scheduling changes and communication. Yeah, that is something that could be changed at any time. But at least for now, that's what we have for there. What do you guys think about this? Is this something that you like, that we're going to do something that's consistent, or do you like it just being the monthly arcs with sometimes there being a 2-week interim in between?
I think it's very ambitious, personally. This might be this is the oh goodness, is this reflecting maybe a changing in staffing where they are able to put their money where their mouth is and say, this is the schedule, this is what we're doing, make it work, because they now have the manpower to do it? Or is this more of a we're putting our foot down on the staff and there will be repercussions? Or is this something that is going to be yet another Scopely? We say this and we'll do it for a little while, but it's not working. This is what really has happened. So I think it's very ambitious, and I think it's going to be well received as far as being something that is set in, and people can rely on it happening. If it does work that way, that's great. I just know that when it comes to Star Trek Fleet Command, stuff happens.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So very ambitious.
Nigel, you have any thoughts?
No,
Okay.
to be honest, because it is what it is. I like the fact that the last 2 announcements have given us a 1-week head start. So if they keep giving us 1 week head starts at least, that's a step in the right direction. So thank you very much, Scopely, for letting us know a week in advance, which I think is a good thing.
Yeah.
So as long as we praise that and say we would like 2 weeks in advance and 3 weeks in advance, then we might have a schedule which will work out really well. But yeah, do I have thoughts on it? We're still going to get the same amount of arcs. I still think Christmas will tell you something. So I don't think you'll get 13 arcs in, because Christmas is quite like, well, you're not going to.
Right.
I mean, no one's working at that
Yeah.
time. So in other words,
Might
that's never going to
they-
happen. Yeah. So there might be a big long break at the end of the year, basically, or something like that. I have no idea, but yeah, but it sounds good. As long as they keep telling us a week in advance, which means we can put our feedback in, which gives them a week to retaliate if there is anything that needs to be
Retaliate.
retaliating about. Yeah, retaliate in any way.
Retaliate. That's great.
And yeah, it's retaliatory. Yeah, Fisty, I'm just learning from you, buddy. Just like, but yeah, hopefully they can come back with their rebuttal. I look forward to it. So yeah, no,
Awesome.
very, very good.
Jason?
On paper, I'm okay with this because I like consistency across the board. On paper, but at my core, I fundamentally have a problem with this because I've been very vocal about how I'd prefer to get other issues in the game fixed before they release new content. But that might be another topic. So, but on paper, I'm okay with it. Consistency is good.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
All right. I actually kind of like it just because of the consistency, as everyone mentioned it. Quizio is asking now, this doesn't mean that story arc will increase, right? Just that they're moving more towards the standard release train. My first thought, I mean, and maybe this is not good of myself. My first thought was, wow, this is an opportunity for them to increase their revenues by a certain percentage because they're going to have one more arc during the year. And I, in all seriousness, that was exactly my first thought. It's like, well, instead of having the interim arcs, they have a full arc with, features that are in there that could actually, be profitable to the company. And I don't say that in a negative term. I think that's from a business strategy. They have an opportunity now to actually produce really good content. And that's not, that's going to be the big factor is produce really good content that is helpful for the players, that they are actually interested in, that could allow them an extra month, which is about, it's going to be less than 10%, of course, but an extra month to actually generate some profits for them, which might relieve some pressure on their bottom line, which means that when they do other things, their decision-making could be a little bit also steady in the process. Again, it's a thought. It might not be on their minds, but given what we've seen over the last 7 years, I think they are very aware of the financial targets that they have, and having an extra arc a year might provide some release in terms of the hectic schedule that they have. We're no longer in 2020 where everyone's home playing games. It is a whole different ball game now, especially with the economic situation around the world. It could be a good move for them to actually allow them a greater runway to ramp up their fiscal books for the year. And that was just my thought. Hopefully it works out for everyone, them, the players, and all of us, but we shall see. And so some special 4-week arcs, that is possible. I'm just taking a consistent, moving to a consistent 1-week interim break between arcs. So how they actually feature the arcs, it seems like they're going to have arcs every time they finish one, they'll have a week break and then go to a new arc. How that arc is structured might be a little different, but I'm going to guess that they're going to keep it as consistent as possible. So this is all speculation. It's breaking news, and we're happy to bring those thoughts to you. But I see some other thoughts in here with 1 week interim break that would mean 13 different arc months, if I'm correct. That's my guess. Really good, helpful to players would be keeping or breaking a pattern. Would that be keeping or breaking a pattern? Yeah, this is the first time that they actually officially announced something way ahead of schedule, right? So kudos to them. We want to give credit to the team for giving us a heads up, and that might really again help people to plan, right? And we'll talk about planning in a little bit. To produce great content, they first need to fix the game. Then they will get the rewards. Yeah, I think I am one of those people that I think you can do both. I think you can do both at the same time. You can be consistent, produce new content, but also fix some of the stuff in between. The teams seem to be very different in terms of how they operate. And there's an engineering team that probably does the fixes, and then there's the team that actually creates the new content. And they might not necessarily be able to move people into different directions to help improve the game like we all want it to be improved, and such. And Quazo, you probably have better insight into that than me.
I don't know. I mean, I don't know how Scopely works, but in general, think about any company. You have people that have skill sets, and fixing bugs is most likely not the skill set of a designer, but they still have those designers that kind of design the game features and the arc, and most likely people from live ops like Hemi or I don't know all the others most likely have no idea about coding. So you have different teams, and if they manage to put out new content that requires less coding because they reuse older stuff and might not be able to introduce as much new features as we'd like to see, then they maybe can shift some of the programmers to bug fixing. So it's kind of, and not everybody in the programming team might be suited for fixing bugs because they might work on one part of the graphics engine, or I don't know, working on the network stuff or working on the servers. That's various different layers, and it depends where are the issues. Is it the communication between client and server sometimes, like the lag? Is it the queue not working properly on the server? There's so many different layers to all of that. Maybe it's one of the services being a bottleneck. We don't know. I don't know. I'm sure we have more dedicated tech guys like Chronox and others that might have more insights, but I think you're getting the general idea. You can't put any person or all persons on bug fixing. It doesn't work.
Yeah. And then Naz is here, president of the Loadis fan club. Thank you for the resub. So appreciate 21 months already. So thank you. Thank you. You did a 6-month tier 1. That's crazy. Yeah, very appreciative of your support and everyone's support as well. Jinnis says, definitely feel better about the announcement if there were more communication about fixing the game and also compensating us for the issues we've had recently. Yeah, the compensation is always nice. And I think that's something that, we can express to Scopely in a very positive way. Which kind of goes into let's get through some of these other things on the announcement, and then we'll talk about communication from the players to Scopely. So that's something that maybe we can talk about. Following player feedback, we have made several updates to the Echoes of V'ger event series. On Tuesday, March 24th, the Chronicles of the Ascendant will feature Zephyr and Cochrane, while the Epic Luck Officer Flash Pass will feature Strange New Worlds, Black Ops, Emenga, Villains, Win Adami, and SCT Esri Dex. So that's coming up starting on the 21st. I guess there will be a new Epic Officer Flash Pass. Is that correct? Mm-hmm. Okay. And below is the interim event schedule for both Ops 20 to 50 and Ops 51 Plus beginning March 23rd. Events are subject to change. Keep an eye on official news channels for any adjustments or updates to the event schedule. So keep that in mind. Things are subject to change. There's Quark's Grand Challenge. Quark is back with a new shipment of special supplies, and he's looking for a commander who doesn't mind getting their hands a little dirty to secure them. By taking on this latest set of hostile contracts, you'll earn Quark's vouchers, the only currency that matters when you're hunting for his most exclusive and totally legal items, totally legal in quotation marks. It's a simple deal. You clear out trouble sectors, and Quark makes sure your efforts are rewarded with a very profitable cut of the action. There's updates to Quark's Challenge event series based on player feedback. Anyone want to read this?
Sure.
Okay.
Update the Quark's Challenge event series based on player feedback. Ongoing monitoring. We are following the mid-ops version of this series and plan to continue iterating on the balance and experience based on player feedback, and have made the following updates for this run. Easier completion. Milestones for the 60 individual hostile events have been reduced, making them quicker to finish. we reconfigured meta event. The Quarks Grand Challenge meta event is now easier to complete overall. However, completing the 5th milestone requires a high level of participation, completing 15 out of the 16 possible sub-events. Improved clarity. To help players track their progress, all scoring events are now grouped together in the in-game news. Additionally, each relevant event now explicitly states in its description that it scores into the Grand Challenge. Updated rewards. The event store offerings have been updated while some special supplies remain the same. New items have been added to the rotation.
Oh, what? And they don't say what items yet, right? So, okay, here we go. Quarks
right.
Challenge event schedule. Jason, are you able to read this? Can you see it?
Sure. Monday, March 23rd, all events ops 20 to 50. Quarks Grand Challenge. SMS score in this event by completing Quarks hostile challenges. Quarks Battleship Run. SMS score in this event by destroying hostiles with a battleship. Swarm Hunt. Score in this destroying swarms. Critical Strike. SLB score in this event by dealing critical damage to Faction, Swarm, Borg, Eclipse, Actian, Lost, Hirogen, Freebooters, X-Borg, and Texas-class hostiles. The Fleet Investment. SLB score in this event by upgrading the Discovery, Serene Squall, Cerritos, Titan A, and by spending ship upgrade materials. Let's see, Tuesday. Let's see, Epic Luck Officer Flash Pass. Did I say pack? Sorry. You can get things of Black Ops and Benga, Winadami, Esri Dax, Explorer Run, and the event. Oh, okay, I get it now. Sorry, I was trying to figure out what was going on here. Destroy hostiles with an Explorer. Probe Hunt. Score using by destroying Borg probes. Wednesday, the Interceptor Run. Score by killing hostiles with an Interceptor. Lost Hostiles Hunt. Score by destroying hostiles. And Investment. Score by spending Fleet Commander XP and credits and upgrade skill trees. Holy smokes! There's a Thursday.
There is a Thursday.
Okay. In a nutshell,
there's a lot of different events.
yeah, there's a lot of things. Thursday involves defeating Cardassian armadas, freebooters, dealing damage to faction group armadas, and spending regular armada directives. Friday, let's see, defeat hostiles, bonus points for defeating augment hostiles, destroy Dominion hostiles. There's an RLB for just destroying hostiles in general. And the SLB is for opsing up and powering up via defense platforms and buildings and dry docks. Saturday, just destroy hostiles, destroy Eclipse hostiles and Eclipse armadas, silent enemies, and also you get bonuses for killing Texas-class hostiles.
Wow, they're bringing every type of ship thing out of the attic here. We haven't even touched.
This is for ops 20 to 50, so we keep that in mind.
It's different brackets.
Yeah, I know, but
So
I haven't even heard these things in such a long time.
Yeah,
like
right?
Texas class hostiles.
Yeah,
I don't remember
great.
the last time I went into the system. So
yeah,
it's good for those.
look, it keeps on going on, Jason.
I'm cool. Sunday we get to ops 20 to 50 gets to destroy Mirror Universe MU hostiles, and as well as Hirogen hostiles for Sunday. Monday, you can destroy Gorn Hunters, defeat Zindi Aquatic and Reptilian hostiles. The SLBs include dealing isolytic damage to hostiles, and there's another one for spending, upgrading. What is it? Chaos Tech. Forbidden Tech and Chaos Tech. So that's a cool one to have. It gives a reason to update things.
Yeah, I can totally see why people are liking this mid-ops type of events, because it runs the gamut of so many different things, right? So there's a lot of variety in terms of what you have to do. So kudos to the STFC team for creating something that seems very, very diverse and exciting there. Echoes of V'ger, Ops 51 Plus, Quazo, Nigel?
Up to you.
You can do it, Nigel. I believe
Well,
you.
you've got to make it sound
You know,
exciting.
I had a
Echoes
long
of the
day.
V'ger. Echoes of the V'ger. I know everyone did not like this previously. However, there are critical changes you guys are about to witness that are very critical to this event. Not only have they pulled the cost for the V'ger Core Ability Exchange chest have been lowered, they have also guaranteed artifact shards. So next time you pull, you get guaranteed shards. So Ascendancy, you pull triple chest pulled every single day for a whole week, and you got 0. This time you will get at least 1, which is fantastic news. The new daily Amnesty Pull daily claim has been added and grants Amnesty tokens to the players. The V'ger hostile balancing has been adjusted. Funny. Echoes of the V'ger schedule, though, on Tuesday, the 24th of March. We begin with the SMS meta, scoring this event by absolutely wiping up your hostile limit for the day. However, just when you think you haven't ended, you've got the AMS version, which you would love to get some rewards from. The offensive suppression, which requires by defeating the V'ger species. The V'ger containment, otherwise known as putting Jason V-Neck in his own room. You can score in this event by defeating V'ger species. And the 8472 bioships, which we all love and do, which we're going to spend ages to do. The V'ger species emergence SMS score in this event by defeating V'ger species. Protocol heroic, which means you can't do it, but if you can do it, in this event, you do it by killing the bioships there. Thursday brings out a brand new little bit of a threat called the Protocol heroic. Again, you can't do it, but good luck. And on Saturday, it says the V'ger threat Protocol heroic again, which means you can't do it, but good luck to that one. However, if you can do any of these things, it makes it exciting. And now we will bring the tone down to an Austrian level.
To an Austrian level. Is that what it is?
Events of 51. Or I will get my beautiful best friend to tell me this one. Monday, 23rd of... okay, we start off with Quezal. Quezal, go ahead.
Sure, really. I mean, start of week, we have Crucible of War. Yeah, we love it. We know it. It's about of the old classics. You're going to love it. We know it. And then we have Observing the Opposition, whatever that will do. I have no idea. And then we have an Aphelion upgrade event, Heroic. Very interesting. Another push for the Aphelion, but this time, let's upgrade it because we all have the Sigma Titanium needed for it. Well,
do any of you have the Aphelions?
No, because
I have it, but it's tier 1.
It's tier 1.
Yeah, but it's like 16 million of trick just to upgrade a thing.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, I ain't touching that. No chance.
That's why mine is tier 1.
I went, sorry, how much? I was like, I'm all right. If I get the BPs, I'll be happy.
You're all cheap.
Well,
you're all cheap. Mine is tier 3. But going on to Tuesday, now
Look, Mr. Skiing, or whatever, I can go on a holiday over 3 days with my best friend, in quotation marks.
I'm going to be cranky for not eating food for 10 days.
Oh my God, sorry, did I crash into you, love? Oh, I'm so sorry. Oh, it's like, am I skiing? Oh, my knees are buckling. Can you hold me? Oh, yeah, of course. Yeah, I know all your tactics.
Way to tag team, Nigel. Thank you.
Well, let's go back to the real topic.
It's okay. It worked with Dr. Mom,
Tuesday.
so you never know.
Well, Tuesday, the return of COTA, and you won't believe it, what we have gotten. Saffron Cochrane as the officer.
I wonder how that happened, Quasel. Interesting.
Yeah, I heard Nigel already told us on Tuesday, and I don't know. Did you have something to do with it, Nigel?
I know
Maybe?
nothing.
don't know.
Anyways, keep going. Just don't get me in trouble.
Wow.
This is Dr. Iron Chef's show. We all have to behave ourselves, unlike what you did this weekend.
Wow.
Always behaving. You have no idea.
She's probably listening to this whole thing.
Hiya, love. I love you.
She isn't listening. She's sharing time with her husband. So,
Whoa, you're that type of couple. Okay. Polyamoric is fine. We all accept it, people.
Yeah.
I'm kidding. Anyways,
Who knows?
continue with your enthusiasm.
Then we have another round of Maverick research stuff like we had, I think, last week or this week.
Nice.
As usual, with incursions, the War Room event started. Yeah, hit a few isochine nodes and be done with it. Then, come Wednesday, we have the next wave of stuff for COTA, and then on top of that, an Excelsior upgrade event and Trencherton events for 30 plus. Was Wednesday the ship day? Does that line up? I don't know. I would need to check.
I think so. Yeah, I think that's right.
Yeah.
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 Because
I mean,
that's a good call.
because Yep. Then Thursday, another Conquer Borg Blitz event. So save your directives, you have a full week to do them and splash them out to get a little bit of tritanium. Yeah.
Woo!
And then another heroic SMS, no idea what we're going to be. Then on Friday, we have our arena events and epic incursions. I'm sure Ultra is looking forward to have an arenas and incursion on the same day.
At the same time.
Gonna be interesting how that. Yeah, gonna be interesting how that plays out.
Ship day, according to Major Samo, is usually Thursday. Sorry, Major Samo. I know you're the one with them. Yeah. So yeah.
Then maybe better safe, but we will see.
Yeah.
Then on Saturday, incursions for the rest of the world on different times, and then another run of faction hunt, and that's about it.
That's about it.
So I'd say that's good. Looks good to me.
Yeah, it looks like
Maybe
a good schedule.
Maybe the Excelsior thingy before the ship day is kind of weird, but who knows? Maybe it's a 2-day event. We never know. Because it's a leaderboard, might be running for 2 days. So keep in mind, not always spend on the first day. Check the calendar, and even if you check the calendar, still wait for the second day. Trust me.
but the big news out of all this is COTA's got Zephram Cochrane. If I were you guys, my personal advice is that's an officer to chase. This will be the time to push. That's the guy to get, because I think he will make a major difference in a lot of armadas and a lot of help. That's I will be personally going after him, because I think that's going to be great. And we know that Jason, I'm not a whale, V-whale, whatever he calls himself, will now be going boom, boom, and I will get all of that, because that's the way he's going to happen.
Stop advertisements. Keep it secret.
And
don't
forget
the competition.
about
Keep it secret.
No, I want everyone to get the SMSs. I'm not selfish like Quasel, who goes to STFC.cc to figure out his cruise, STFC.cc or PhD, figure out his cruise to do that. But you see how I advertised that one? I got that. But don't remember, people, because we have one person that we need to improve. Iron Fister needs to get followers. So if you do not follow him right now. And CDBTU is also one of our good people that streams 60 times a week, so you can at least find him in every afternoon. So that'd be good. Make sure you follow Iron Fister, number 23, like David Beckham when he wore at that club. But Iron Fister doesn't like soccer. He likes the other football, which is the wrong one. But anyways, see how I promoted everyone, Quasel? And I'm waiting for mine. Oh, nothing? Oh, no, thank you very much. Okay, great.
No,
we move on.
I was typing in a discount code right now.
Typing in a discount code.
And then there is, of course, Dr. Ironship. I like this. I personally would chase the officer. That's me. It's up to the rest of the people if they wish. But I would look at the stats. That I love the new pick hue of armadas. So, and I think a pick hue of armadas will be very useful. They never release an officer like this without having a 6, 7, 8, 9 month plan.
Yeah, 6, 7. Speaking of things that are looking good, here's that CDB to you. Welcome to the show. How you doing?
Hi guys.
Hello.
I thought I'd pop in and say hello.
Yeah.
Got a little bit of time this afternoon on a Sunday, so I thought I'd come and join you and see what's going on.
Yeah.
Great to see you, super friend.
They're saying you're super soft, but hopefully they can hear you now.
Super soft.
No, that's the other Sunday activity, but that's okay. It's that's the other time.
Are you speaking from experience, Nigel?
No, because my experience is always nice, solid, and straightforward every single day. So yeah, so you can't defeat me in that one. Plus, I don't need the coffee from the wonderful coffee from the Fire Brigade. Please go to Iron Fister and find that coffee, because that sounds delicious, because I'm definitely going to get one.
Very good. Very good. Anything new with you, that CDB?
No. Been a pretty busy week working on some of the areas of my research that have been lacking. I think a lot of players like myself been having some fun with things like VJs, and the Borgamadas. So yeah, it's been basically going back and looking at research. Obviously I've had an amazing support from the community on like ideas of where I should focus. So yeah, just been working on odd bits. The events that have been going on have not been too taxing. So yeah, just been doing the events while focusing on research.
Gotcha.
Well, out of interest, if you don't mind me asking questions,
Here, Nigel, I'm going to put you in charge because my dog is barking. I'll be right back.
Oh dear God, you put me in charge.
You're in charge,
no,
Nigel.
Nigel.
The pressure.
We're in trouble now, aren't we?
No, bring on the pressure.
We're in trouble.
Unlike I've got broad shoulders. Bring it on. Even though one of them is a bit twitchy. But CDBTU, what is the research people have asked you to? Because I've had people at your similar ops levels who are struggling to hit V'ger or Orions, for example. What are the community giving you? Because it might be good little teaching here as well, which would be great. Yeah.
So for me, a big part of my areas that I was lacking was focusing on Isolite's defense, Isolite's damage.
Okay.
So Quazel's nodding a lot because Quazel's been providing quite a bit of help with regards to some of these researches. So there are certain buckets in research that I have just completely ignored, and I'm loading up the game now so I can actually just reference to some of those because I don't like getting the names wrong.
Because it'd be great because a lot of people have said, what artifacts do I aim for? What am I doing for? For example, if you've got a cube and you're attacking with the cube on the Orions, maybe start off with the apex barriers that are, against things in benefit of battleships or so on and so forth. And the V'ger Orions are what? They are interceptors. So any apex barrier against interceptors would be a good start. It'd be very cheap to do, very quick to get up there. Then you work on your isolitic sort of attack with your Gavin and so on, and so many different things, and along with that. And look at this. This is what I love about McShiz. He just likes to put comments like that, and which I ignore, because at the end of the day, McShiz, that's my opinion, and I don't question your opinion with regards to that. But that's the advice I give people. You need to focus on your apex barriers first and your isolitic defense against those first, just so you can last a little bit longer, and then do the cheapo artifacts first and then work your way through. But yes, CDBTU, you've got your game up. I delayed them long enough. You've got a chance here to let us know.
No, thanks, Nigel. That gave me a few seconds to load the game, so I appreciate that. So yeah, for me, a big area I completely kind of blanked was away teams research. And that mainly for me was because, when we first got priority 1 away teams, I found it very, very difficult to, succeed in the away teams. So it wasn't bad enough that you had to use all your speed ups to complete them, that then you'd find out that you actually got nil point at the end of it all. So that was very frustrating for me, but I have now been getting to a point where, I've started doing some of the earlier away teams research and a bit of officer development, has turned the tides. But yeah, that track in away teams where you go down from priority assignment unlock and go into that second line. So the top line, I was doing a few things but didn't do very much at all. So now I've got the tactical aggression up, I've got the hyper technology up, recruiting shields, apex, shredding. Now that was at 1 of 10. I know Quasar was having a hard time when we had a look at that on my account. And now I'm obviously working on that second little branch so I can head over towards priority 1 I6 defense. So I'm now got that at 2 of 10. And obviously, of course, working towards priority 1 con favors, which I haven't unlocked yet, but that is where I'm progressing as we speak.
And also, just to read from the chat, a very valid point, which McShiz, just to show you that I do respect you in what you say, that you are right, McShiz. The idea here is that you're supposed to hit them harder in a shorter period rather than lasting longer. I have found personal success on some people that if they have Apex Barrier, they have actually achieved better, i.e. some of the people that we've been helping as well. So it's good to have a balance between the two. McShiz is right. I am, only 60% right. Which is what I try and aim for. But also, we do have the legendary and iconic Dr. Einchef back on the show, and that's when I step to the side and I give you the host of the hour from nobody else's business. But from Hawaii himself, Dr. Ryan Chef, go ahead, sir.
Thank you, Nigel, and everyone else. No, we are not doing a 24-hour stream today. Did you promise that, Nigel?
Yeah, he
Yes,
did,
I
he
did.
did. I heard it.
completely take responsibility. We are
Okay.
doing a 24-hour stream today with Dr. Ryan Chef, just to see how much power he has left. We were trying to waste his generator power. That's the aim.
Yeah, the power is back on. I think it must have gone out last night. When I woke up this morning, the computer was off, and so I'm guessing that it flickered for a little bit and then shut down. But we have power. It is a little rainy. Probably another couple hours of some rain, and but it's moved south to Maui. So most of the storm is now on Maui, and then it's going to hit Hawaii Island in a little bit. But for the most part, it's clearing up and looking a little bit better every single hour. So thanks for all the well wishes. We had some very the pictures last night on the news was very heartbreaking to see a lot of people. It's probably hundreds of people that have lost their houses or even just damage to their houses with lots of mud and other debris in their yards and in their houses as well. So we're just thinking of those people, and hopefully it won't be too much. They're saying over $1 billion worth of damage, but we'll get through it like Hawaii always does. It's Hawaii strong for sure. I am trying to figure out where we go next with this. I guess the easiest transition is, I think you mentioned it. You are looking forward to Cochrane as a chase. This reminds me, for those of you who are 2 weeks ago, and the reason why we're not talking about COTA is we're going to be talking a little bit about planning. If you remember about 2 weeks ago, we were here live on stage, just like we usually are, and I was debating what to do with the new or the returning SMSs for data, and then also the SOBs, the older format which we're very used to, and if you remember correctly, I said I'm not sure if I want to chase data right now because what's going to come up in week 3. Which we have now known is ELIA and some Office Depot tokens. But if you remember, I also said, I am not sure what's coming in week 4. And now that we know what's coming in week 4, I think there are some lessons to be learned, and you guys can debate whether or not you think these are good lessons for the player community. I think the first thing is that what we've known over the past 7 years is Scopely does not release a lot of information to keep us on our toes. So we are left to wonder what's going to happen in the coming weeks. So we don't get the leaderboards all the time. We don't get what is the interim schedule until the week before. And we definitely don't get too many leaks of the new ARC coming out, although sometimes that does come out. But for the most part, a lot of this information is kind of kept close to the chest. I think my first lesson, to learn from all of this and taking away is that Scopely is unpredictable. So you saw in the chat, will they stick to the schedule? Will they continue doing this? The consistency is nice because we haven't had that, and that's true. We haven't had that because that was by design, right? So the first thing to know is that it is unpredictable. Which leads us to do a couple of things, right? So we've learned over the years to keep as many resources available as possible in case something comes up that we need them, right? So whether it's for a spend event, whether it's for some kind of action that we have to do, we keep those things close to our chest as well because Scopely is doing that. And we plan ahead by planning for everything, right? So every single contingency that we can think of, especially those players who like to make sure that they complete every single event, they hoard a lot of stuff, right? They keep as many resources as possible. They keep their materials, they keep their powder dry, to use the older terminology, just to be ready for any kind of event. I think that's kind of how we still have to operate. Even if we have a little bit more consistency, if we want to be able to complete every single thing, then the plan really is to have as many things available for us to spend, as many things available for us to do in order to meet the milestones of this event. So when I've heard this month that there was a little bit of disappointment, I guess you would call it, in terms of the return of COTA, I went back to thinking, well, aren't we used to this? And this is not something we should be surprised about because it's happened many times before. And we just have to be ready. We just have to be ready for whatever they throw at us. We've heard about stopping our progression. I think that's a balance, right? Isn't that a balance in terms of you progress a little bit, but you also have to keep things in reserve, and you can't really do both. If you want to complete the events, then you have to have things available, and if you want to progress, you're going to have to spend those things right now for all of that. So those are just a couple of maybe things that I learned over this past month, or being reinforced, is that, yeah, it is unpredictable, and that's by design, and we just have to plan for every single contingency. That's why I have a whole bunch of resources and those things available. I think the last lesson I learned, and we're talking about this right now, is that we have to be very clear on the things we really like in the game. So Scopely knows, and the STFC knows ahead of time that these are things that we really like. So if we really like COTA, even though there might be certain things that we don't like about it, we have to be clear to say, we like COTA, and we would like opportunities to actually be completed, right? As opposed to like, well, I can't complete it, and that's why I don't like it. I think a lot of people liked it. They just couldn't do it. And so we have to be very clear. It's not a either or. It's we like it, and we also would like to complete it, right? I think that's the message from the community that's loud and clear. They really like the rewards. They really like the things in it. They just couldn't complete it. So give us an opportunity to complete it, whether that's a change in milestones, it might be a reduction in rewards, but something that allows us to do the events with the resource that we have, and maybe even progress that we need to do. So those are my thoughts. Yeah, it's unpredictable. One, keep your resources, be ready for anything, plan ahead for that, and then make sure that we communicate with Scopely the things that we like. Any thoughts on that?
Well, firstly, I want to thank personally all the official CCs, Dr. Iron Chef, Quasel, NetNiv, Ultimate DJs, Griffin, Tarpitude, Lube, Stewie, Tibbs, Major Samo, CDB2U, Ultravetica, because you guys have fought really hard for the community to get the COTA back. So that's something that people need to know, and I can say it because I'm not official. So that is a huge thank you to someone in that community for doing what they did, because I think you guys have done a tremendous job. Even like Chronox and Lightbull and Glare and all of the people from the sheet side and Jules Verne and so on and so forth, they're all have been superb at getting COTA back. Now, did we get COTA back the way we wanted it? We got very limited, but Dr. Einstein brings a point out. That's the way to sort of figure out, is that you have to be prepared for that. However, some players will say, Dr. Einstein, that Scopely should know these are the types of player base that there are.
Right.
Do you know what I mean? Like they are used to one style. So do they start believing, or do they start not? And that's where minor issues might lay. But that's up to you official CCs. Me, I just moderate the stage. So here's me moderating away.
I saw a couple of comments. I think these are really good comments. Like Retrieving says, but even if you ignore free to play, unless your customer base is used to buying everything every weekend, that means there's a good majority of players paying to have to make a choice. Which weekends to spend. Maybe they can spend 1 or 2 weekends, but by hiding what's being released rewarded, players are hesitant to spend. I think that's true. And I think, again, that's by design. And Gray Savers brings up another point. The STFC community has long been completionists. So how don't they know? They probably do know. I'm pretty sure they do know that. And what we've seen from some of the lower ops player, like I think it was Putz that was mentioning on DJ show that he's able to do COTA, But here again is the thing, right? You can either progress, right? You can either progress and not do things, right? I've mentioned many times before that, I had camped for 2 years at Ops 39. And that allowed me to win all the leaderboards, get all the officers, complete everything, because I was not at Ops 55 like a lot of people, a lot of the other content creators, and I had purposely stayed back in order to get the rewards. And I think that's the same thing now. Like I'm in G7 land. If I had stayed in G6, I probably would be able to complete everything a lot easier. And do a lot more, but my choice was to progress, and I am not able to do as much. So I'm pretty sure that there are people that are Ops 50 that still struggle with completing everything, but it's a lot easier than if they were Ops 70 and trying to complete it. They'd probably be able to complete nothing at that point. So I think that's where they know they're pushing us to move up Ops, because it will then dictate that you spend a little bit more in order to complete all the events, as opposed to holding back, right? Quaso's kind of, I think, backing me up on this one.
Yeah, I mean, it's a business. Who are we kidding? They try to get the most money out of their customers, and that's fine.
Yeah,
We play along or we don't. It's a decision for us. Do we play along with that or not? Yeah, of course, we could discuss it's Star Trek and we like the IP and we like to play in a game that's from an IP we love, but in the end, it's our decision to spend or not to spend. And of course, they're trying to get us to spend a little bit more. Are they so successful? Sometimes not. I don't know. I don't see the numbers. But COTA might not have given them enough rewards anymore. So they're changing their plans and trying older stuff or different stuff. Because maybe we have figured out too good how to save up for COTA and prepare for that stuff.
Right.
I mean, well, it would have been all fine if they have told us 2 weeks ahead. So that's on them. Like, they could have made money out of us, maybe telling us it's the last one, because maybe there would have been a big competition. I mean, might be a big competition this week. So might pay out for them. Who knows? And then there are different play styles. I think we need to get, like Nigel tries to tell us, and Ref did and others, like, enjoy the journey. Sometimes it's not about being the highest ops player possible. Look out what works for you, and maybe you stay a little bit longer and get those officers. No harm in that. So it's and others say, I don't care about that shit I'm spending, like Viper or Ultravetica. And others, they're like, well, I'm having fun. I want to have my cube upgraded now. And maybe don't get 5 officer shots or other stuff. So different play styles. I think we have a very narrow view on the community, because we play a lot. We have a lot of high ops players, but there are a bunch of players in G4, G5. Sure, we see some of them in our alliances, but I'd be interested to see from Scopely. We will never see it, but it would be very interesting. How do they spend? Do they spend? How does that work out? And what are people thinking that not following content creators? Because it's just one point of view.
Yeah, I think it's the variety of opinions is very much needed, right? So not everyone plays the same way. Not everyone does things the same way. I see a couple of comments in terms of they should know. I think they know that there's a whole bunch of different players and they like different things, and it is very difficult to please everybody. Sometimes you're not going to please everybody with all of this. And Gray Sabers bring us a point. The belief that by Scopely that limiting rewards will increase spending by light spend and free to play is very naive. I have witnessed other games where you either come in as a spender or you're not. Right? It's very rare that someone gets converted to spending. So the attraction of newer players or new players to a game really what you're trying to find is people who have a tendency to spend already. In other games, they'll probably spend in this game and vice versa if they find it rewarding. But it is, unless there is a change, usually, and this happens as well, there's a change in income disposable income that allows you to spend a little bit more. There's a change in situation, or they really, really like the rewards and they really like the game. That's what would get someone to spend. But most time, people don't come in and spend if they're not spenders. I think that's true. I think that's a good point, Gray Sabers, that really that you either have those who are willing to drop some money or not. And it is a very rare occasion that requires a change in situation that allows you to spend. I have receipts from November 20th, 2019 for that. So in terms of what I was spending from day one, and that has continued. It varied over the years, but I am not a whale. I am not free to play. I'm a shark, and so we spend strategically, and that's always kind of been the case with how we do it. So, but I think a lot of people make some great points. Crisito says there are some benefits of moving up. Although you start getting things from the new generation, while it may be harder, it can benefit as well. Yeah, I think that's true. And I think that's why a lot of people say to push up ops. I think that is the choice that players make. They can either get a lot of additional resources when you move up, including if you spend, the packs change with that, or you can sacrifice and not move up to ops and get other things. I think the only way you're going to get everything is if you spend. But you can make choices, right? You can make choices of what you want to get. Why is my dog barking?
Well, I guess get everything sooner. I'll say
Get
that.
everything sooner. Yeah.
And
The thing
I
is,
can add something about this whole break between your mid ops people and your top ops people. A lot of people have expressed huge approval for these mid ops missions, but let's also remember that this is having all these bonuses for these old lines and having them progress forward through them so quickly. It is a plot that Scopely has. They don't want these people at mid ops, not for long. They want them up in G5, G6. They want them to get up there. That's why they're pushing them along. They want them to get up there so that they will join them. So they are pushing them along. Now, for those people, it's great because they are getting to fly through that content. They're getting to chew on that content with a knife and fork, for crying out loud. Where when we went back through it when it was new content, we got the old splintered wooden spoon in comparison. So they want us up there.
Yeah.
For those people that are down there. So those people are loving it down there, and they are spending money on it because their opportunities to get up there quickly are being highly advanced. So another thing that I've been listening to this whole thing and going also this 2 week of an arc, 1 week off. It gives them a fantastic opportunity to maybe not be COTA, but to have a set in off week subset, so to speak. Call it a sub story, not maybe a full arc, but like a carrying on lower decks like story, so to speak. If their storyline people were able to come up with something like that and carry that off week with a continuing storyline that's part of it, but not quite as deep as the main arc, I think that is another fantastic opportunity to really get people more interested in the story and the IP and everything else that goes with Star Trek Fleet Command and the whole. Yeah, Rastin just said it right there. Side quest.
Yeah.
So I think it's a great opportunity.
And thank you for being a first-time
It all
chatter.
is,
Welcome in. Thank you for being part of the Ohana. I am remiss to not mention Pedro, who is one of our day one supporters here on the channel. Resubscribed for 37 months. Thank you very much. And then Sai for subscribing for 1 month at tier 1. So thank you both for subscribing. Yeah, I see a lot of great things in chat in terms of how people play, and I think that's the variety again we're talking about. There are people who have different ways of playing. and it's very difficult to please everybody. So maybe that's the understanding that they are trying their best to make the game good for everybody, but there are going to be times where you just can't do everything in the game. And yes, there is a lot of completionists for sure. And like I said, the only way you're probably going to be able to complete everything is one, hold back your ops, or two, there's going to be a little bit of spend in that. And neither one of those, in terms of a game, you would necessarily, want to have to do, but I think it's necessary for us to be able to continue in the game at the rate of being able to complete everything, for sure.
I think, I mean, my biggest concern with the game is not like, are they shuffling events around? Because we adapt to that. We learn how to do it. We kind of work around their event designs, and we progress. The thing for me is, and I think we need to separate that, and because some of the chat comments went in that direction. The events, okay, communication has gotten better, but they need to fix the technical side of the game.
Yep.
Because all the emotions and all the enragement, for my feeling, maybe correct me, maybe I'm wrong, comes from stuff that still doesn't work, and hasn't been working for months now, because trenches and mines still not resetting properly, and that's the feature of an arc, like that your squall sits there and resets the node and gets killed, and mines in between. Search is not working with the Dauntless. Armadas in G6, G7 whale space not resetting properly. I mean, all new content not working. And if they don't get a grip on the technical side, and I know it's not easy, and it seems they're working on it, so it seems it gets getting worse before it's getting better, because getting rid of technical depth, everybody can tell you that's not an easy task. But I think they need to move a little bit faster, because that's the main reason I think people are stopping. Because it's annoying logging in and not be able to play. It's annoying to start an outpost and never know will it finish, and then to have to write a ticket to get my stuff back. I mean, come on. I think every month since 6 arcs or more is like a feature not working. And I don't get it. I mean, at a certain point, I hope they get a grip on it. I mean, I can work around it, and I'm a very patient man. But I think
this is the most animated I've seen you in a while, Quasel.
Yeah. Quasel, everything you just said was kind of exactly why I answered Chef the way I did earlier about how I think about the change in arcs. I'd rather seen updates of the game versus the new schedule, but you said everything to my point. So thank you for that.
Yeah, and to prove that we can be open about our views.
No, but I think what you're saying is absolutely right. I mean, there's loads of people in all the communities that would love to just get, hey guys, we're working on this week. Hey guys, if we're trying to do a few issues, we're going to put a few patches out. Please bear with us. Please give us some feedback. We're going to throw a few patches at the Dauntless. Let us know what you think. Like, you do that, you encourage the community, who are a helpful community, to be involved. You create this atmosphere of, hey, we're all trying to fix this together, and you become a team. Like, and then they could be the week after saying, hey guys, the Dauntless thing seems to work. We're going to try it on the Kishara now. I wonder if you guys could help us out. We're going to put a patch today. If it doesn't work, that's no problem. We don't expect it to work every time. Little feedbacks like that. Every 2 or 3 days, you're saying, hey, we're still working on this, that, and the other. Imagine if they just went, hey, guys, we're working on the bulk refinery pulls from the faction stores. But to be honest with you, until the game is more stabilized, we can do this. So you write that sentence down while Dr. Einchef's trying to pick up that phone call that never goes off.
Whose phone is that, Fisty?
That's mine. I just silenced it. I apologize.
My veterans
group is blowing up my chat with signals.
I was he's pretending that it's not his. We caught him.
Exactly.
I've been watching Fisty this whole time. It's
because the audio window, the purple border on the stream together shows.
Yeah, but also as a sound engineer, you're basically insulting me. But yeah, thanks. So which is great. But my point is simple: is those little bits of tidbits of little communications will go way further than I love the fact they're telling us that we can advance on all these things. Please continue, Scope,
Yep.
please. Thank you very much. But also every 2 or 3 days, hey guys, this week we're trying to do this with the armadas. Hey, this week the ghosting may not be fixed. We're putting a temporary fix because the big fix is coming next month. Little things like that, just like little informations, little bits and bobs. People will get more into it, and then you've created a community that want to help you. So now you've shifted the marketing campaign from we're us against them to we're all in this together. Yeah, that's why you could be assimilated and be part of CDBT B2U's group. You see how I did that? Diverse that really well.
Hey, JPC, welcome in. Thanks for being here. Appreciate it. I know CDB will be on in a little bit, hour and a half or so, and so he'll be with JPC and the rest of the crew over there. I think one of the things that just again as a reminder, and me, I like to keep things positive with how we do things, especially with working with STFC and Scopely, is that there are people behind the scenes I truly believe are working hard for the players and wanting the best for them. Any kind of kindness and love that you can show to them, whether that's just through your messages, how we talk in chats on the official Discord. I think that goes a long way as well. We can be again, sharing the things that, we really like, which shows them that, we really like COTA. And then we can also say, not a but and, we would like to see this also improved as well. And I think that's the type of feedback that goes a long way, to 100%. Helping improve the game. We can do our part to make it a pleasant experience for them. And I believe motivation is key, right? So if they're seeing a lot of players give them feedback that is positive, but want to fix things, and make things better, it actually, from a psychological standpoint, might actually help things to get moving. So
100%. So show respect to you. So sorry, just show respect to your CMs. Show respect to your moderators on all these channels. They are people who are trying their absolute best to pass your feedback on the best way possible. Do you know how you can get your feedback screenshotted and sent to the team? Is by being constructive and correct about what you do it and not be insulting. So if you say, these are the things that I love about this game, these are the things that I would love to see improved, these are the things that that I would love to see sort of moving forward, these are things that I would love to sort of get to, and then eventually those sort of things works their way through. Oh yeah, and it's not like you're watching your stream. I only realized it wasn't their Discord. Yeah, so sorry, Retrieving. Thank you for that very aggressive and passive-aggressive constructive feedback. I will take that on board in my next show. Thank you very much.
Crizio says we can be critical, but also show humanity. I fully believe that when we talk to people, you just have to remember, empathy is a big part. And what I mean by that is putting yourself in the person's shoes. I think that's the best way of understanding, and that goes both ways, right? We want the team over at CFC to be in our shoes, see how we feel about the game, but we also have to put ourselves in their shoes, right? They are working hard. This is a job that puts food on the table for their family and their loved ones. We want to work together. I think that's very important. So DJ said, "Preach." I am fully the person, like you get a lot more when you offer honey as opposed to vinegar. I think that's been said many times. We do well. A spoonful of sugar helps the medicine go down, right? And we want we want the game to get better, right? And to recover and to be healthy. And that's where we can do a small part. And I know not everyone's going to do that, but I believe in leading by example, right? If more and more people are doing that, and then maybe even nudging others to say, hey, let's try to put a good spin on this and be productive. It's going to come from us helping each other as players. to encourage that type of behavior. And I know the CCs are like that. I know the players that are in this chat are like that. We have our frustrations, and that's appropriate. I don't want to see anyone else leaving the game. I want people to be here because you're all our friends. You're our Ohana, right? And so, as much as we can do to keep everyone together as much as possible, let's do that. And if that takes a little bit of a spoonful of sugar to help the medicine go down, let's do that as well.
But we need to tell them what's not working. And I'm with you. It needs to be constructive, and we need to know about it. And I love that they are starting to using the known issue channel a lot more. Maybe they need to switch over to a better way of presenting stuff they're working on, because there are a lot of stuff they recognized. And I think that's a great start, that they start to telling us, okay, we know this is not working, because that's a cultural change lately, I feel. I don't know if anyone on the panel feels it differently, but like admitting them just this day, like, yeah, camera resetting your station when entering mirror unit rift has been raised. So they're admitting stuff. And I think that's the first step.
COTA, thank you for the raid. Welcome in, Raiders. I'm Dr. Aaron Chef, and this is STFC Ohana. We have Iron Fister, Jason Vinek, Quazo, who you need to follow so we can get to 1,000 followers, Nigel Rovers, and CDBTU. Follow all of them, and we have a lot of other great content creators also in the chat. So, it's Omega was asking a question in terms of Hammy was getting the blame. I sent him just a message that we're sending positive thoughts your way. He did seem to get a brunt of it, along with some other, some of the other community managers and some of the CCs as well. Let's not kid ourselves. There are sometimes people are very passionate about the game, which I think is something that can be harnessed and can be very, very useful. People love the game. Sometimes love to hate the game, but they are very passionate about it. There's a lot of emotions that go with this game, which, if in terms of doing something, the emotions are what makes people, love something and want to continue with something. It also can turn people away, right? So, but let's harness the emotions in a very good way as much as possible, and not take out frustrations with people. They're people, right? How you treat others, I think, reveals character, right? How you talk to one another, how you interact with people. At the end of the day, these are not robots. They're people that just have feelings, just like you and me, have self-doubts, just like you and me, have ambitions, and also have hopes and dreams, just like you and me. Let's not crush their dreams. Let's not crush their spirits. Let's uplift them, right? We can uplift people, and that's hopefully what we can do with our words. Words. Sometimes we tell our students all the time. Words are important. They are, things that can affect people in a positive or a negative way, right? Words are super important of how you use them, and they can be very, very powerful and used in very productive ways as well. So just keep, as Dre says, don't kill the messengers. Exactly. Constructive feedback, 0 Gs. We want to provide that kind of things to affect change, right? The end goal really is make it better for everybody. And I know this community can do that. We have the smartest community, I think, in any gaming community. You have a lot of smart people, very much problem solvers. And I don't say that because people have their doctorates or whatnot. I don't care about their certificates or their credentials. It is people here, I've learned over the years, they love to figure out problems. They love to make things work. They love to solve things. They like to figure out things. That is the skill that's very important, that's needed in this game and needed in this world. And so anything that we can do to harness the brain power that we have here, I think is super, super important. And that's why I like the game. We're surrounded by very smart people, very, very much people that understand how to do things. So I love the community and everything that people do. So I think
Chef,
anything
I just
else?
want to touch
Anything
on
else in
that.
the CDB? Go ahead.
Yes. So basically, I think you've hit the nail on the head. It's treating people with respect and decency. And this is something that we obviously have to learn as we grow as people. My children, for example, there have been plenty of times where, one of our kids has had an argument with someone or an altercation, and you're explaining to them that, words do hurt in other ways as well. And that can obviously, it's not addressing the situation. So one of the analogies that Mr. CDB used, which I really like, is imagine a piece of paper and screw up that bit of paper, and then try and unscrew that piece of paper and see if you can get that piece of paper back to exactly the way it was before. And obviously, we all know that you can flatten it out, but there's going to be crinkles there. So if you have the issue with your car, for example, if you phone up customer services and then start screaming at them and don't treat them with respect, chances are they're going to put the phone down. So why is it that there's this culture sometimes that some people put it in the wrong way, or they express their feelings in the wrong way because it's in a text form, in a forum, or something like that? Whereas if you were talking to that person, would you talk to that person in the same way, face to face?
Yeah. Well, I've actually got something to say about all this. First off, to back up the conversation a little bit, I feel that I'm looking back at some stuff here. I feel like Hammy, with the whole return of COTA, I feel like he was put in a completely lose-lose situation on the return of COTA, and I think he handled that in the best way that he could. And thankfully, the man has pretty broad shoulders and a very positive, uplook attitude on a lot of things. So I think he handled it well. But more on with the way people treat one another, we have got to get better, and not just as a community here in Star Trek Fleet Command, but just in general across the world. I feel like the social media world has made it where it is very easy to just blast off on somebody with no consequences, no rebuttal. I'm just going to shoot you in the face and have no consequences on me because it's just pixels. But now, why do some people blast off on each other? It's just because in many cases, there are so many people that are just completely willing to just walk all over people. So people feel now that I'm just getting walked all over. So I need to retaliate, and I need to be the first person to step up for myself because I'm being walked all over because of this is what you think I am. So there's got to be some place that we all have got to meet in the middle on this. Assert yourself, but don't be rude about it. Stand up for yourself, but don't be a closed in buffoon about it either. So, I mean, we're kind of getting into a whole conversation about be good to one another, getting away from Star Trek Command, but it's a life story. I mean, Dr. Iron Chef was talking about how he talks to his students about be good to each other, make right decisions, make good, sound, moral decisions. It applies to life. And we have such a diverse community here with the STFC community. We have every walk of life here. And it's just, and they've all been influenced by this amazing IP of Star Trek, which I think is just amazing.
Yeah. There's in the chats by Simba to what CDB was saying. It boils down to treat people, especially those in customer service, how you would want to be treated. That's the golden rule, right? Treat others how you want to be treated yourself. So I think that's very important. And thank you for our guests for sharing all of that. Any other thoughts? Q, Nigel, Jason?
I mean,
Just in general, or about what we were just talking about?
Not just what we're talking about in general. Doesn't matter. Anything that you want to say.
I'll just add on. Like I said, I've said this a little bit before. We are very passionate about the game. We as the community. But how you feel good or bad about it, you know, you gotta remember some, you know, people that we deal with on that from Scopely, they're humans. You know, it's like, be nice if when you're interacting. Well, I'll reword that. You know, don't go aggressive out of nowhere. On, you know, I get people get upset or overjoyed. One example I was gonna say, I'm not gonna say the name of who it was, but I was reaching out to one of the CMs. I was just saying hi, how you doing? Hope your day's going okay. And then I was like, yeah, and I started talking about, you know, stuff not related to the game, like I can't remember if it was like food or trips or something like that, whatever, right? And they go, oh my gosh, Vinek, you're such a breath of fresh air. And I was like, why? I am getting slammed today by everybody. And I'm like, I just wanted to say hi and just hope you have, you know, you have a better day. That's all. I'm not here to complain about an issue or anything like that. I'm just saying hi. They go, thank you so much. And I'm like, and they're really appreciative. So they're humans, you know, and I didn't even realize it, that there was, because I didn't check what was going on. I just randomly reach out to the CMs and they're like, oh, okay, now I know what you meant. There was issues. Well, I didn't know. I'm just trying to be friendly and say hi.
You probably made their day doing that, though, Jason. That's the thing, isn't it? If you've just been hammered by problem, that probably was, you know, like a breath of fresh air.
For them, yeah. And I was like, okay, cool. I did something positive for them today on a hard day. And you know, being on the other end of other things, you know, I hate to say it, but it happens. You know, if you need help from somebody, but you're gonna be, you know, aggressive and not maybe the nicest person. I hate to say it, regardless of their job or not, don't expect them to get back to you soon if you're going to come at them in a negative way. I mean, I'll be upfront. You know, in my fields, I'm like, I'll put you last on the list. You know, so just think about that. You know, you can be respectful and still get your point across. Put it that way. That's all I'm saying about that. You know.
No, thank you for sharing. Thank you all for sharing, including people in the chat. A viewer attack not working, that's quite possible. That is quite possible.
Yeah.
Did you play
peaceful.
something?
We're peaceful today.
Yeah, it is very, very peaceful. Looks like it is on. I can see if it's working, but it looks like it's on. But it could be wrong. Oh, there we go. Iron Fister played some channel points, so that's working. We took down all the K-pop Demon Hunter ones, by the way. that's just to keep us YouTube compliant when we post it. Thank you for the bits, Omega J. And then you've done it a couple of times, so thank you very much. I think, you guys are pretty awesome. I appreciate the way people have talked about this in chat and on our panel as well. So thank you very much for understanding. And I'm going to actually say this because I just from experience, this is something that we have to manage, right? As a community, it's not that we say it one time and it's going to continue over the next 7 years. It is something that is managing. You have to constantly remind people. You have to constantly encourage people because people forget. And again, in the heat of the moment, with emotions running high, you know, someone with a cool head, just mentioning something, you know, as a reminder in a nice way, can go a long way. So it's not something that we're going to fix today, but it's something that we manage as we move forward. So. Thank you, Omega J. Lots of bits coming from Omega J. Is the viewer attack? I am not seeing the viewer attack, so there might be something with the browser.
We're peaceful today.
We are very peaceful today.
One thing.
Well, let's make it not peaceful. We're gonna do another giveaway.
I just wanted to say one more peaceful line, then you can move forward.
Oh, go ahead.
Stop yelling at Chef.
Yeah. Well, you know, we can't laugh all each other. I mean, one thing
I love
to not forget is first of all, no, yeah, you love me, I know, but I'm paying you for that.
Wow.
No,
We're on Chef's stream, Jeff.
no. Let's not forget, not everybody is compatible with everybody else. So, of course, there are people that don't like each other. Just maybe be reasonable about it. Avoid those people, or I don't know. Sometimes somebody else can help, and then what I found out, and I've learned so much about cultural differences, because seeing people from so much different countries over the world and seeing how stuff is different, that's, I don't know, it's great to see a bigger perspective, because some stuff might not be as we expect them, like Brits and Americans and all those weird people, you know.
Wait, weird what? I caught that, by the way.
yeah, that was a tiny nudge for you, just for you, you know.
You know,
We've talked about, Jason and I have talked about this. Yeah, there are a lot of cultural differences, and how people react to certain things, is very important. Like in Japan, if the train arrives 1 minute late, they'll apologize for that kind of stuff, and it's very remarkable, because the pride of being on time or doing things correctly shows in terms of their culture, right? And other cultures, it might not be as, it might be there, but it might not be as prevalent, or maybe even like, why are you even apologizing for being a minute late? But that's one of the things where, yeah, we have to understand the difference in cultures, and it's not weird, Quazel, but it is different. It's unique. It's unique, and I appreciate that. That's one of the things that I think again is awesome.
Yeah.
There's the opportunity to interact with people all around the world, and that doesn't always happen in every game as well. There might be like pockets of things, but I do appreciate we get we got Kelter coming in, right? And his programming is in a different language. Jess, State of Jess is the same way, and I get to use Google Translate to figure out what she's talking about and learn from her, right? But that's the thing with having a game that's worldwide, and having different cultures and getting to know each other. Bratwurst. I haven't had bratwurst in a long time. There's some bratwurst at Epcot.
I want some now.
There's some bratwurst at Epcot at the
But also,
German
Dr. Iron
Pavilion.
Chef, you know what's amazing about everything in Star Trek? It's like how different cultures come together to achieve the same goal, and how you discover different things. As much as you discover this brand new Warp Drive 5 T-shirt, which is going to be available soon, right now, as we transition to that one. Look at that beautiful T-shirt available right now. Doesn't have my picture, doesn't have Quazel's picture, but has the Warp Drive 5, the number 1 to 5. Second-rate streamers in the world. No, that's a joke. Best streamers in the world. There you go. Look how beautiful that is. Tips looks like a cutie. Major Samo is looking there. Sharky's awesome. Scribbler is one of the best in the world at writing. And of course, the one and only Jason. Who's that?
Jason No-Neck.
Jason V-Neck.
Oh,
this is the V-neck T-shirt, by the way.
And just remember, guys, if you get one of these T-shirts, you will be he will make love you, and whatever that is he means. And also, he's going to be boom, boom, and all that when you're wearing the T-shirt. So there's your chance to support the channel and support Dr. Iron Lovely and his team.
Thank you very much, Nigel. You do the best commercials. I appreciate that. So we have the V-neck T-shirt. This is the version 3 of Warp Drive 5. We remember, it all seems like there's a memorial, but we remember our good friends Morbid John and then Cap Jesse. Cap Jesse has graciously endorsed the new member, Jason V-neck, joining in because he hasn't been streaming as much. I did notice that the V-neck is a little bit more expensive than the regular one, Jason. Is this?
It's because it's an elite.
It's an elite
limited
class.
edition version. So.
Nice!
I was told to rename this the V-Whale version. Jason?
Whoa.
I got a message from a D Camel or D Whale to mention that. But anyway, we will give away one of the T-shirts. You can either get the V-neck style or the regular non V Whale style for that, and so you can choose that. We'll get marbles up and running here, and we'll actually be able to. Run it. So let's, why is marbles not, maybe it helps if I turn on marbles and get the going. Yeah, so we also have the new rock glass. We've actually got a lot of orders on the rock glass. So thank you very much. This seems to be the best-selling product right now is actually the Warp Drive 5 rock glass. So thank you for those who have ordered it. I think it's actually pretty cool. Jason, you're getting one too, I think, right?
I ordered the rocks glass and the mug. Yeah. And so did Fisty.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, that's right. Fisty did it as well. If you are a subscriber to the channel, you get 5% additional off. We discount the prices as much as possible. It's very little overhead, I guess you would call it. It's more as a thank you to the community because we just are very appreciative of your support of Warp Drive 5 for the last. Wow, we are coming up to our 2-year anniversary. We started talking about Warp Drive 5 around April of 2024. Wait, was it 20? It's been a while. A 3-year anniversary. Maybe it's the 3-year anniversary. And then of course we have the mug. This is the mug as well, so you can get the mug there. We are loading up marbles, so let's transition over here. Let's pick a good track for everybody. We'll give away one of the T-shirts here. And if you pay anything to marbles, there's a creator code. It says Aloha Diz, but use It's Lube because Lube is the founder of us using marbles as well. We'll do the space station one. I like the space station one.
Lube is the master of marbles.
He is the marble master. Okay. Yeah. Here we go. Exclamation point play in the chat for a chance to win a Warp Drive 5 version 3 V-neck or regular T-shirts. V-neck or regular T-shirts. I'm going to switch the camera so you guys can see.
Oh, is Nigel ready?
For what?
Is Nigel ready?
Marbles.
Are you volunteering him?
I want to say something about that. I've been on many different type of CCs or streamers, streams and shows and whatnot. Nigel is he's on point. He's professional. His audio's on point. Like, to his credit, he's got really good broadcasting persona out there. There's a lot of people out there like DJs that do that as well. But one thing that really shines is just his umph in doing these things. So I just
Nice.
His enthusiasm. No, that's what I meant. I meant that in a good way. I'm not even trolling. I'm being serious.
Yeah,
It's really a pleasure just to have you here with us, and I I get to visit your shows, and it's great, and it's always fun, and I give props and much love to you, Nigel. STFCbriefings.com, discount code VENEMY.
No, it's just, yeah, well, very kind of you to say that. All complete lies. Only follow Jason V-neck.
No.
That will solve everything with regards to that. Dr. Iron Chef, as we get ready to marble, those T-shirts look magnificent. If you've got a chesty chest, this is your chance to show that little line. Unlike Jason V-neck, who has no henchness to the line, but that's okay. That's why you wear a V-neck, to show your henchness to your chest. But that's okay. It's not that he works out at all. However, if you're like me, and you've got a top shelf, this is your opportunity to look really good in a muscle fit T-shirt with a Warp Drive 5 beauties all on top of it. So get in there, exclamation point play into the chat, support the channel, support Dr. Iron Chef, as he is one of the greatest partners of all time. And don't forget to follow Fisty. Fisty's got way too many little followers. I need Fisty to get up there, because he's my guy. I love you, Fisty. Right, let's crack on.
Okay, here we go. Exclamation point play. We are going to hit the button in a little bit. Nigel, you want to call this for us?
Only if you want me to, sure.
Yeah, of
There's some
course, of
people that
course.
may not want to hear my voice in this channel, but I'll
No,
give it
no,
a good
we
go. I'll
want to
try
hear
and do
your
it.
voice.
We do.
We will do it the nice way, as best way as we can. No. Oh my God! Don't ever do that again. Wait till that just sounds
Okay,
absolutely
we're going to hit
horrendous.
starts. Here we go. Exclamation point play for the last chance to enter in for a Warp Drive 5 t-shirt. Here we go. 10 seconds on the board.
5, 4. Are you ready to marble? A chance to win one of the V-neck T-shirts of Doom. So with a henchy chest, you got that, but with the round one, you can just have a T-shirt that covers up the fact that you have no top shelf, and to put that rock glass on there. Here we go. The race begins, and we go down, circling through the big trombone hold down as we work our way through. Big J, Wicked, Tavi Mosa, everyone's going through. Can Killer Angel has thrown a little bit of a wobbler in there. Martok takes a huge lead. Beats everybody down the path. Is he going left or right? He decides to go left. Everyone else goes right. No gravity there. Dr. Einshelf got iced.
I got
Iron
iced.
Fister got no gravity. Lightning Hawk died. Jeff Games died. Coffee Anta died. Joe Werg died. Simon Says got tickled twice as he goes a little bit faster. Martok walks his way through, and he's getting through. Martok's taking a huge lead. Dr. Einshelf's right behind him, but Martok still wants to get there because he's got a beautiful STFC Briefings bomber jacket to add to the list that he wants to put a t-shirt on. But Dr. Einchef takes a huge lead as he blasts through. All these bits make a difference. They never just died. I just died. Retrieving just died. Retrieving. And then it made it well through. Dr. Einchef thought he was in the lead. Then Domo's went ahead. But we moved on to Domo, who's gone past the corner of Doom into Alberto Alley as it gets through. Are they going to make it through? Mashed Potato just got smashed potato over there. Kevin's has got a chance here. Dr. Einchef with his ball of fire. Big balls of fire! Has got a chance to move himself through. Retro Fury's taking the lead. Retro Fury, she always wants one of these wins. She goes through the funnel of doom as she works through a roundabout alley into the bump of hell as Jimmy P.I. is trying to work his way through. Jimmy P.I. has been one of the greatest supporters of all seasons and deserves this win. Jimmy P.I. is bumping his way through. Jimmy P.I. has gone through the battle and hell. But there is an obstacle coming through. This is like watching Takeshi's Castle, the crap version. Who's going to win? Simba goes past, and Simba wins this.
Congratulations.
Ladies and gentlemen, say aloha this to this, because here we go with the winner with your Jason V-neck if you got a henchy chest, or the normal round neck if you just want to support the team. Thank you very much. Until next time, goodbye.
Very good.
That was great.
Congratulations,
That was
Simba.
great.
Message me in Discord and we'll get you your Warp Drive 5 t-shirt. Let me know if you want the V-neck version or if you want the regular version as well. Let's do one more giveaway. We'll give away rock glass here. We'll wait for everyone to finish out and we'll run another race. Thanks, Nigel. You do
worries. Thank you
super
very
well
much.
on these calling of the marbles. That's awesome.
Hey,
All right,
it's
so
just
Simba,
thinking on your feet, you know. Yeah.
No.
Guys, I'm just going to say I need to drop out now because I need to.
Oh yeah, you need
go and
to
have some dinner before stream. But thank you for having me on. It was
yeah,
a
thank
lot of
you,
fun.
thank you.
Great seeing you, CDB. Look forward to seeing
Cheers,
you on
guys.
stream.
Make sure you
Hey,
follow that
let's all-
CDB to you, and
exactly.
catch him on in an hour. So
Awesome.
Yeah. Let's all join the collective. You see what I did there, CDB? Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Using the brand.
Let's go.
see you later, CDB. MJ Hat,
Thanks,
I
have a good one,
know
super
you
friend.
were in the audience. I'm not sure if you want to come up or not.
We
I
want
apologize.
MJ.
I'm just
We
trying to
want
find the right
MJ.
tab.
We want MJ. Go away, CDB. We want MJ. Go
Don't-
away,
don't-
CDB.
We loved you,
want
CDB.
Oh,
You know
wow.
that.
How that
Oh,
flipped.
you dog on CDB.
That's
like
all
that,
right,
know
man.
we love you,
I
CDB.
didn't mean to kick CDB
Fine.
off. So
We want MJ. Ladies and gentlemen, the leader of Sunday night on Mike Night.
that was really quick,
Hat
MJ.
is in the house.
that was really quick. It was itching to come on. Exclamation point play. Hi, MJ. Welcome in. He's muted still yet.
And he is muted. MJ Hat has got to learn to press down mute. There we go.
Still hasn't got it
He's
figured
still
out.
muted. Still muted, bro.
Still
Yeah, still muted. You are cursed.
It went
Yes, I
from
am.
Lost in
You
to
hear me
MJ.
now?
There we go.
Yes.
There we
Can you
go.
hear me now? Okay.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
You guys just kicked CDB off the stage, man. Like, what the? Bro.
No, he said he had to
Bro.
go.
Bro, I saw the PM you sent the chef about to say, can you kick him out and bring me in, please? I saw that, bro. Don't lie.
I mean,
Is that what the message
that's
was
not
in
what
group
happened.
chat?
Yeah.
No, it wasn't.
Wait, there's a group chat? Why am I not part of this? No, I'm kidding. No. Just what's happening now? Fisty, you're supposed to get me into this cool club. Come on.
It's the STFC Ohana Twitch team.
Ohana. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I'm not part of that.
You received an invite, man.
Hey, my invite was not first. I was like at least 31st in line, which means exclamation point play to win another T-shirt. Are we, Dr. Iron Chef? Is going to be
He's changing the
t-shirt?
subject here.
Yeah.
Are we going to win an MJ hat donated by STFC Briefings? We might do that as well. But first things first, are we winning a T-shirt? What is it, Dr. Iron Chef? Or is it
we're gonna do the rock glass. Let me see if I can pull it up.
I do believe you said
ladies and
rock glass,
gentlemen,
yes.
a rock glass. If you're not a drinker, you can still put a little bit of apple juice and show off your ability with that one. You don't have a henchy chest. You don't need to worry about that top shelf because you can create your own shelf with this rock glass.
Yeah, there you go. So, and again, if you want to get this, if you don't win, you can always get it on aloadiz.com. And all the other stuff that's there. We do have some other merch. This one you can get as well, even though you're not on you didn't accept the invite to the Twitch. I shouldn't tease. There's the STFC Ohana as well. There's a hat and then some mugs. We got to do a rock glass for STFC Ohana. I forgot to put that one on. That seems to be a hit for the crew. But yeah, that's actually the new merch. And Q, I got to get you some stuff. So yes, we got to figure out what's not going to get tariffed, so we can get you something.
Yeah, because it makes no sense. I mean, as much as I love that stuff,
It might be the
it's stuff
V-neck
that
shirt.
gets sent from
That might not be
overseas.
tariffed.
I don't know if I can wear a V-neck shirt. I mean, maybe I would wear one with a round neck, but then
The
that would
round
be
neck.
off-brand. I can't do that to him.
What does it
Yeah,
matter?
look
You're
at the
only
wrong
using
neck.
a camera on our streams anyways. Just wear the V-neck. Yeah, I like what I did there.
Okay, no.
I'm Auntie.
Request that.
Hey, I'd wear a V-neck today. I was benching today, so yeah, bring on the pump. I'd like to show some V-neck. Yeah, go on.
Wait, it wasn't
Yes,
it wasn't
exactly.
leg day today?
No, it was chest day today. Yeah,
Okay.
so it's big time.
It's-
Push it. You know, I mean, you got to build the top shelf. Where am I going to put my drink? I can't just like put it on a table. That's not going to happen. So this is your chance to do that. But I've delayed people long enough. Exclamation point play into the chat. Otherwise, you're not going to get a chance to win. This marble race will be called by the legend himself. And that pause is for Dr. Iron Chef to say
No,
a
that's
name.
Iron Fister. Iron Fister is calling this one.
Woo!
You got it.
Ooh, go for it.
Go on, Fisty.
All right, here we go. We're going to start the race. You have 10 seconds left to enter in. We'll hit the button and we'll start. And Fisty will call it. I just told him as well.
Oh, yeah, don't worry, guys. He told him in the group chat, you know, the one I'm not
Yeah,
in.
the group
So,
chat
yeah,
that
that's
you're
why.
not in.
Yes, Quazel.
And
I
here we
get
go,
why.
and we're off to the start. As everybody proceeds down the pachinko spike rack, let's see who gets down to the bottom fast right now. It is Lightning Hawk off to a start, but Killer Angel comes off to a great lead, but Lightning Hawk hot on Killer Angel's tail, but Killer Angel is maintaining. Quazel, you are right in the mix as well, so is Big J2100. As they keep going down the big slide and off to the spikes, and which way does everybody go, left or right? Killer Angel still holding that lead with Quazel and Mr. Tony right in there. Oh, Devil Doc 19 out of nowhere takes an astounding lead. Look out for the trash in the route, though, as Killer Angel's trying to get that lead back. But we still have Mercy AVM and Pedro STFC coming out of nowhere to take the lead, dueling with Devil Doc as they get into the spikes in the giant boulder. Pedro took the route around, but got held up at the last minute. Devil Dog keeps going on and takes a slight lead. And we go around the circle, the circle and on down, zoop, 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 as we go on down through the spirals, Killer Angel. And where did Ultimate DJs come through? All of a sudden he's in there, but then he falls off. And as we go down, as the more we have all these names, because we're going through the spirals, I think the machine is confused as to
It
who's
is very
where.
confused.
So let's just keep going down and watching until we get down to the bottom. So far, I have not seen any deaths, no zero Gs, no flights, none of that, no bombs. And here we go. Okay, there we go down. We got the three troughs that lead down. Devil Doc with the lead, Mercy right there, Killer Angel, Pedro STFC, Mad Hatter are your top 5 so far. Let's see who can make it to the end. MRSA, AVM is moved into a lead, followed by Killer Angel. Devil Dog still holding on along with Pedro STFC. Out of nowhere,
Hey,
STFC Data Jess in the lead. Oh, and Ultimate DJ, another one popping in. We got a real backup here in this.
We do.
we got a serious backup. What is going on here? Where did I come from? All of a sudden, I'm in the lead. Nigel hopping in there to surprise everybody. We got these single lane troughs going on where everybody is getting hung up behind each other. Now it's Devil Doc. Are we going to get through down to the bottom spec? We are into the spikes. Oh, is anybody going to get hung up? And MRSA and Killer Angel. Killer Angel's in the lead. Going on up into the upward spiral, going up for the final portion of it. Killer Angel and MRSA is still going on. Devil Dog hanging on with Mad Hatter still getting in there. Big J Pedro hanging on. Killer Angel is going to make that big last jump, but does he make it? Oh! And your winner is MRSA AVM. Congratulations with Devil Dog coming in second. Mad Hatter does not survive the jump. Who's going to be third? Gray Saber, STFC, Rally Bomb, Agenor, Dark Smite, Jim Pie, Never, Broken Wolf, and Ultimate DJs are coming in at the last second for the top 10 of this win. Congratulations, MRSA AVM, for winning a Warp Drive 5 Rocks Tumbler courtesy of STFC Ohana. Make sure you send a DM to Dr. Iron Chef on Discord to claim your epic win.
Thank you. Congratulations. I appreciate Fisty calling the race. And so just message me on Discord. We'll get you a code for redeem for the rock glass. So pretty awesome as well. All right. MJ, you weren't here on stage, but we talked a lot of stuff today, including the new interim schedule. You have any thoughts on any of that? I'm pretty sure you do. You usually have some very good insights on that.
Listen, my biggest thing is they're actually telling us what's going on. That alone, I think, speaks volumes. I'm all about this communication that's been happening recently. Please don't stop, Scopely. We need more. And I just want to say, man, like, the stage filled up real quickly, and I've been in the chat the whole time, so I've listened to all the kind words. All you folks in the chat, all you folks on the stage, every one of you are awesome. Every one of you. I can't stress that enough. But Chef, to answer your question, the communication, I'm all about it.
Yeah, I've been very impressed with the amount of communication, and we mentioned this before. Last year they had over 100 pieces of communication on their website through the news section. That was a huge improvement from previous years. Like, they almost had more communication that one year than they had in the previous 6 years. So that's something to be commended. The communication continues. It moves from Beck to Hammy, but I know Beck also contributes a lot. So there's multiple people who provide the news to us. I think that's just a good thing for everybody. It allows us to know what's going on. And like you said, it's just a huge benefit to the players. So we again encourage all the news so we know what's going on. And that's a very positive things that we can applaud the STFC team for. So thanks for bringing it up. What do you think about this, 1 week interim as well. Is it something that you think is going to be good, or something that you're hesitant about?
Listen, as the guy who messed up his schedule last Arcfall, let me just tell you, this is actually a wonderful change. As long as it's very clear what day Arcfall is going to be, I'm a happy camper. So,
What do you mean you messed up your schedule?
I had to miss the Inglorious stream last Arcfall because I had to work.
Oh, that's right.
I took off the wrong day.
That's right.
You know, I was in the parking lot of, everybody knows I work at Taco Bell. That's no secret. I was in the parking lot of the Taco Bell trying to get into the call, and it kept filling up, and I was like, okay, just they're having a good stream. I'm just going to hang out in the chat. That's fine. And, everything went well. So
no,
can't really complain.
Yeah, I'm sorry. One of the things is that we actually have, Warp Drive 5 actually has a cow. It's a big Quasel.
Giant Quasel.
Giant Quasel in the house. This is
I have no idea. My camera just
you
shut
can
off
throw bits at him, and then he'll stay that way.
I knew what this is. This is his way of saying, see, V-neck, even on stream, I'm bigger than you. You are very, very, very tiny. My little V-neck with his little tiny vengeance. He's doing it live. So I just can't win. I just can't win. You win, Quasel.
You can't.
And that's why he said. And the real reason why I will not get a V-neck is because that means I will be tiny like him in real life. So no, I will not get the V-neck. That for that reason alone.
No, actually, you guys missed a dramatic drama point, because as MJ Hat was telling his wonderful story, we were zooming into Quasel's eyes to show the tear coming down as he was really upset and genuinely concerned for his wonderful friend MJ Hat. Wasn't that, Quasel?
Oh,
there you go.
Oh.
Absolutely.
Omega J, thank you for the bits. Killer Angel, Sai as well. You all are just wonderful. Thank you for throwing the bits our way. It's attacking the giant Quasel. Yeah. Actually, Quasel, that's a good look for you. I like it. So I like it. Yeah.
Also, will be available on a rock glass at alohadisc.com. Get your giant Quasel on a massive rock glass, blurry, of course, so you can't really tell. But when you're drinking that much, you don't need to squint because he squinted for you. There you go.
No.
Giant eyeball of Quasel present for duty.
Yes.
Speaking of merch, I need to get with my Inglorious brothers and see if we can't come up with some sort of Inglorious merch to put in all of our stores.
Yeah,
that would be kind of fun.
Yeah, we've even talked about next gen, merch as well, and we just haven't kind of come together with that. There's the giant Quasel.
I was going to ask you about
the eyeball
that
of Quasel.
I love it.
It stares upon you with grinning doom.
I don't know what's going on with that thingy.
It's okay. We can leave it like that.
Are you using NVIDIA for your background camera?
People will donate bits for that.
Yeah.
By the way, if you are a subscriber to Jason V-neck's channel, you see the wonderful emotes that he has of Warp Drive 5. So exclusive to his channel. So if you want to get that, it's available as a subscriber to Jason V-neck.
In.
I did share it with the rest of Warp Drive 5. So if you guys want to use it.
We can use it? Okay. Well, I didn't want to steal it.
No, that's why I put on the... No. That's why I posted it so you guys can use it.
Thank you.
And Jason, if I may, and I know I'm asking this, but I need you to teach me how to do that. So, because that's an awesome thing.
No problem. I got you. We'll do it for one of our late night Discord calls.
Yeah.
Late night Discord calls.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, me and Jason talk all the time, dude.
We do. Sorry, Quasel.
That's why you're ignoring me lately. You have moved on?
No, I'm sharing the lub. Sorry, Nigel. I'm sharing the lub. I'm trying to make time.
I knew it.
No, what's funny is MJ, when we're on voice, I get PMs from Quasel. Ooh, what are you doing?
Yeah, he's ignoring me. He is ignoring me. I tell you.
I lost. I can't win. I just can't win. I'm sorry, Nigel. I did hear that. I'm like, I'm sorry. I love to you. I love to you. There you go.
There you go.
You can get VNeck's number from any public. What? Viper.
No. That's okay. That's okay. That's been a running joke. So it's okay.
Wait, you're
fine.
promoting this joke? Is that what?
No, he's promoting the joke.
Oh, he's
I
promoting
just
the
see it
joke.
on every stream I go to. I'm just like, it's a thing.
Cruzito
And,
said that's where
Cruzito's
all the
up.
boom and all that happened. Oh boy.
Jesus.
Was that your own
I
joke,
mean-
Chef?
Yeah, this is some. Well, I said that because we're in ads.
Oh, okay.
So we're in ads. So I figure I'll say it when we're in ads.
Wait. We can say stuff during ads? Oh, you've changed the game.
Well,
This is
it
dangerous
does get
territory, ladies and gentlemen.
rebroadcast later on. So. Jeff Game says, unfortunately, miss a lot of VNeck's streams because most of the time is after we go to bed. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, that's the thing, right? West Coast, it's after hours for sure. But we'll see how it goes. So yeah, I appreciate Killer Angels. Jason VNeck is better. No, wait. Don't say those kind of things. I'm not saying that on the stream. I gotta be very
what did I
careful
miss?
what I read.
What did I miss?
All right, let's get back
You
to
can't just-
the game. I can show this off. This is, I built an Enterprise E just to do the solo armadas, the Borg armadas, because I needed an Explorer. It's a very nice ship.
That's pretty. That's pretty.
Look at that. Look at that.
You built that just last night, Chef?
Was that?
You're building that right now?
Yeah, just right now because
Let's
you
go.
need the different classes of ships for the
For next
Borg
week.
armadas, and I was sending my
Modest.
Enterprise D up there, so at least I have another ship that
Jason.
completes the.
Seems Jason knows things.
That's hilarious because I literally just did the same thing yesterday. I built an Enterprise E
Oh,
just
nice.
for that. Yeah. One thing, don't forget to do if you have the Galactic Acclaim, go straight into your faction and max out your hull with a Galactic Acclaim. It will give you like 3 billion
Nice.
extra hull.
That's a great suggestion. So, I feel like I missed the V-neck joke from Quasar.
Which one? There's so many.
Did I miss one?
There are a lot.
Good point.
Yeah, it's a beautiful.
No,
ship.
I really don't, because I'm trying to answer chat while you show your brand new Enterprise E Sovereign class.
Sovereign class. Yeah, I hope one day that they have the Enterprise F in here, but I'm not sure if it's something that they don't want to touch because Star Trek Online was the main one, although it is in Picard. So I guess
Yeah,
I guess
Enterprise
that's
F was in Picard. It's just that it immediately got blown up.
right.
So I think they would probably go with an Enterprise G before they do that.
Well, they have an
Which we
Enterprise
got as
G.
the Titan.
It's the Titan.
Was the Titan? That's the thing.
So I was wondering if they were ever going to do a skin for it just to make it the Enterprise G. But
Yeah,
they
just,
could do that too. It is a Titan A, and they renamed it Enterprise G.
Yeah, I mean, we got the Excelsior skin for the or the vice versa. We got the Enterprise B skin for the Excelsior, right?
yeah.
So
Yeah, and I actually went and got that one
Nice.
just because I like stuff like that, and when I can afford it, I get
yeah.
stuff like that.
yeah, do it. Oh well, you did, but I support it.
Mhm.
This is a good question. Are there any ships that you would like to see in the game that is not available right now? What type of ships you would like to see in the game?
Dude, I'm gonna tell you this right now, and I was wrong on this. I thought when Outpost came out, we were gonna get the USS Prometheus that we could do its ultra vector assault mode, right? Where it splits into 3, so you have 3 ships. Didn't. I mean, that's just one right there, right? We have other classes of ships, like we have the Steam Runner, because we got the Akira, the Steam Runner, and I forgot
right.
the other one. There was stuff
Well,
like that.
if,
Yeah.
if I can, I got one, and I know that this has probably been memed to death, but I would honestly like to see a spear.
Right.
I know why you said that, bro. Look at that.
Yeah, I was waiting for your reaction on that.
Well, because I was looking at your smile when you were saying that.
Well, there is
So-
an entire group that was part of Voyager for like 2 seasons that they've completely ignored, and those are Kazon ships.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah.
You've
Yeah.
also got the Hirogen that they've completely left untouched. When the Hirogen, not the Hirogen, but the Vidians. The
Yeah, the
Vidians
Vidians.
have been left completely untouched.
Well,
And they had
to
a
lighten-
significant good arc. I mean, the Vidians are basically humans if they had a disease that they figured out how to temporarily beat, but just turned totally mean. I mean, and just became a parasitic race just because they were originally highly principled, highly technologically sound, but just
Yep.
lost all their principles.
I see the reaction in chat to the spear, and let me just say, if not the spear, guys, since it's been memed to death, because it really has. How about the diamond? Okay, can we do that? Because that one is absolutely epic.
Unimatrix Zero. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
We've got a lot of great choices in like Enterprise C, the Marquis ship.
Well,
there's a lot.
actually, Enterprise C is probably what we're going to get, considering they just rolled out the Stargazer. That's something we're going to get along soon because Stargazer was from the same era.
Yep, and I still want a Constitution class refit ship in the game. 'Cause the
Yeah,
closest we
Zero
got was
G
the Reliant.
said that TMP refit. Big J says Enterprise J along with Simba. There's a Delta Flyer. Killer Angel would like to see the Athena. I think we're going to see the Athena when they do the Academy arcs coming up. I'm pretty sure that's going to be a ship that they'll put in the game. The Shriek from Picard's season 3. Yeah. The Jeff Game says that also. One of the things about that is season 3. If you haven't seen it, it's a really fitting tribute to the original TNG cast, and so make sure you catch it. Birth Class is there. How about the Sync tank ship? What is that $5 tech? And of course, Kazon think tank.
Yep.
Okay. The Cube 2.0 says Psy. Marquis ship. That would be cool, the Marquis ships. But I would like to see the Enterprise C, especially because we do have Rachel Garrett in the game, although that's from Section 31. It would be nice to have. There was some good character development, I thought, with Enterprise, yesterday's Enterprise episode. And I'm glad they were able to expand Garrett's, but also the first officer, and you have Sela, because Tasha Yar went back with the ship. That could be a whole arc, just having Tasha Yar being on the ship and what happens after she goes back and how she gets captured. So I think that'll be pretty good. Tholians is there. And so a little confused on the Stargazer. We do have the Stargazer, which is the
new one,
the Picard one. But do we have the old one in the game?
No, we don't have the Constellation class one.
Yeah. Okay. So that would be nice. That's actually one of my from the original from TNG. That was actually one of my favorite ships. Just having the 4 nacelles and it being Picard's command as well. So I did like the Stargazer. And that episode where Riker goes over with Geordi and they're doing the simulation battle and he pulls the whole move with the Romulan ship being a decoy and Picard falls for it. I thought that was just hilarious that he was able to outmaneuver the captain of the Enterprise with some of his some of those things. So yeah, it's pretty hilarious. That was actually a really good episode. I think that was the same one with Stratagem with Data beating the guy.
That was same one.
Yeah,
Same episode. Yeah.
Same episode.
Yep.
So a couple things from chat I've seen bounce through is Mashed Potato has said it several times now, which is station refits, and that is something that actually I talked to Rev Deuce about a lot because he and I share a love of DS9. It is our favorite series, and to be able to have a DS9 refit for the station and I know MJ loves it also. I mean, look at the man's background. You know he loves DS9 as well. It's a station refit that it would really dovetail well into what already exists on the station. People would pay it. It could have no benefit.
Yep.
Right.
It could have zero benefit to the game. Just a completely cosmetic thing that would cost them nothing except the artwork and the implementation, and people would spend money on it. I don't know if I'd spend $100 on it, but I'd spend $50 on it just because I love it.
I'd have to talk to RSDJ and see if he'd let me, since there's no benefit. I'm sure he would. That way it wouldn't invalidate our bet.
No, I'm letting you.
But
I'm letting you. That's just how it's going to go.
I'd buy it, dude. Like that's
one of the few things I'm sure lots of people would sink some money into that.
Another one that was brought up that I was looking at here in chat. Let me go back.
Yeah, we had the Sorok class, the Vulcan ship from the Enterprise series was brought up too.
Yeah, but I mean, talk there. You could do an entire arc on Tasha Yar and the Enterprise C getting trapped in the past.
Yeah, and
now with the time warping things of this portion of the Star Trek universe, Tasha Yar pops back up. So
yeah, I agree. Scribbler always says that this really is Star Trek 2009's timeline with the Kelvin universe, and everyone just pops up from other universes into this one. So it would be easy to create a storyline for that.
Yep.
And one of the things with having that whole arc is that there's Romulans involved, so you can actually have Romulan officers as well. So pretty cool. I think that actually could be something that could be added to the game. I have always wondered, you see my screen, with a DS9 refit, how they would actually have to design all the different buildings that are inside of the space station for us to click on and whatnot. So I have always thought that, because when you look at the exterior over here, you have our the battle simulator out here. How easy would it be to just create a second base that is DS9 that has all kinds of different features in there as well? Because we're running out of space for new buildings, right? But if you have had a separate building, it wouldn't necessarily have to be a skin anymore. It could actually be another base that is located right next to you. They don't display the battle station on the system page. I don't think you would need to do that, but you could put a clickable DS9 station with different features in there. We have seen the roadmap, and they're going to do some stuff on the planet, right? If that is the case, I could totally see them doing something where instead of the location being on a planet, the location could be on DS9, and you have different events that happen within DS9. So it's just a thought.
DS9 is a huge fan favorite for a lot of people. And I've just, man, I'm telling you, if they were to focus on more cosmetic things that really didn't do anything, I'm not just talking station skins, I'm talking ships too, just different, even just colors, man. People would go ape over that. They would buy that stuff.
Yep.
Cosmetics are tremendous microtransactions.
Even in other games. Yep.
True.
Yep.
No,
give me a proper Defiant for once. I would love a proper Defiant and not this joke of a ship we have gotten.
Yeah.
doesn't
I was hoping the Defiant would have been something like a regular faction ship or something.
Well, unfortunately, they already used it.
Yep.
With the Defiant, man, I have to say, some of its use it has come back because it does work against the new Board Conqueror models. So
Yeah, true.
that
But
The ability does. Yeah.
it's
yeah,
nice
but
to
the
use.
Defiant, such an iconic ship, a buff ship. Ugh.
Yeah.
Well, it's quite easy for them to bring something like that back. Remember, it's the USS South Paulo, could be renamed
Yeah.
to the USS Defiant. So you can't bring the next level of ship and go, hey, we've brought it back, and you can name it what you want, and then you could create your
Yep.
first ever naming convention ship, make a bit of money. Thank you very much, Scopely. I'll take 10%. Thank you. Goodbye.
Or they could use the Valiant. They remember the Valiant was the one too. The Valiant.
100%.
The
Yeah, true.
So
That's true.
there's another whole Mirror Universe arc they could have, because somebody mentioned Mir O'Brien, who is Smiley. Smiley has not been used.
It's true.
And he had who do you have? Mir Bashir with him, Mir Esri, which already exists, but still, we haven't had a Mir. I don't think we've had Mir Worf yet, the Regent. So
Mirror Jadzia.
well, yeah, they kind of indicated that Mir Jadzia was dead. That's how we got Mir Esri.
No, I know, but I mean, as far as you can bring back dead characters, yeah.
That you certainly can.
Mhm.
So, Mir Cisco, for that matter.
That's true. That's true.
Yep.
Sai says blowing people up in a hot pink Enterprise would be awesome. Yeah, I could see that.
See, that's what I'm talking about right there.
Just get the gold skin for the Enterprise. There's your pink.
It's a rose gold.
Speaking of Ferengi, I mean, they've kind of made the Ferengi this whole arc about they're the brokers of all the stuff in this game, but we've seen almost no Ferengi ships or anything like that besides the mining ships. And you had the Ferengi Marauder all that time that they did stuff with the first couple seasons, then it just kind of disappeared. It's a powerful ship.
Marauder Mo.
Erwin says Jake Sisko. Oh. Yeah, I think there's a whole bunch of different officers that you could have. And then if you had DS Stein skin, Jake Sisko could be in the station as well.
Well, and you know something, this whole planetary and space station assets that they've been talking about, it brings a whole new possible class of officers, station officers.
Yeah. Yeah, he was never an officer. I guess so. I guess he's never been an officer, but neither was Zephyr Cochrane. I mean,
neither was Kai Wynn or Adami.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So there's people that are officers in the game, but they technically weren't any type of officer. So so Midshipman says being an officer was never a requirement to be an officer.
Miles O'Brien was never an officer. He's one of the best characters. That's right.
Yeah.
Most important person in
senior
Starfleet
chief
history,
petty
right?
officer.
Yep.
Yeah, Neelix wasn't technically an officer, but I think it's just a matter of what characters would we like to see in the game, and there's a whole bunch of side officers from TNG that we'd like to see. We'd like to see Ashley Judd as Robin Leffler.
Robin Leffler, Leffler would be a great one.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. What was Geordie's holographic?
Leah Brahms.
Leah Brahms.
Leah Brahms. Yeah. That might be a good one. And it'll bring a lot more women into the game, right? So we do have a lot of male officers, but there's a lot of characters that are part of the Star Trek universe that are female that we could add in as newer officers in the game. So I think the choices are pretty. There's pretty much a lot of officers that we could have in the game over the next few years. So Jeff Games TV wants an arc all about 7 of 9 being captain of her own ship. Yeah, Star Trek Legacy, I think, is just a missed opportunity for Paramount. I think people would just love that. Ro Lauren, Ro Lauren was a good one, and that could be part of the marquee arc or something if you wanted to do something like that. You could have Tom Riker in there, Admiral Jellicoe, Commander Shelby. There's a whole bunch of different.
If you could do an entire Maquis, resurgence of the Maquis, and bring back all these characters. Maquis Tom Paris, Tom Riker, Maquis Chakotay, Maquis Torres, Maquis Seska,
Yeah,
Maquis Tuvok.
Captain Sonia Gomez, commanding the
Yeah.
Enterprise B. So
Yeah, I mean, just such a mass. There are lots and lots of characters in these subplots that haven't been explored that could be brought back and have some very, very fun story arcs.
no, absolutely, that could be a thing. And yes,
I'm
Baby
still
Hat is on stream.
Yeah,
Cute, yeah.
Baby Hat lives on MJ's stream a lot.
Yep.
How many
Yeah,
months
she
already?
got it from a young age.
She will
Preparations.
be
3 months now.
she will be in a couple of days. Yes, in
Wow!
about a week.
Congratulations, getting
I know,
big
right?
already. So
Yeah.
totally adorable having Baby Hat on stream. So
Thank you. This is where she hangs out most of the day.
oh,
Right here.
Yeah. But another thing that is alerting a lot of people to potential arcs and things that they had not thought of is the release of Star Trek Voyager, The Adventure. And it's waking people up and giving people people that always said, yeah, Voyager was so mid. It was not my favorite. Now they're going back and exploring so many different arcs and so many different possibilities that existed within the Voyager storyline that they're going, wow, Voyager was a lot more than I thought it was.
Yeah.
So and maybe it'll open some arc writers' minds up a little bit to possible stuff.
Yeah.
And
I still want my Captain Proton. I thought that was supposed to happen
Captain
a couple
Proton.
years ago.
That's right.
I thought I saw something on the preview photos and stuff that they had the Captain Proton stuff going, but maybe I was dreaming.
Infiltrator Tuvok. Yeah, that's that could be another officer. All right, we're wrapping up the last half an hour of our show. We have gone through this arc, which is part 1 of First Contact. What say you of thoughts on this arc? Let's start off with the officers. What do you guys think about the officers from this arc? We had First Contact Data, and then also Zephyr and Cochrane. Any thoughts of how good these officers are and what you can use them for?
I don't have them yet, so I can't say I tested them.
You don't have
same
them yet?
problem. No, I don't have
No.
No.
So you didn't go after the first couple leaderboards. Of course,
No.
Zephyrin is a little bit harder to source right now, but as coming up, Nigel, you're going to go after Zephyrin Cochrane in the next SMS, right?
Yeah, 100%. I think both officers need to get to tier 3 before you see them in a useful status, because, of all the officers in the game do various things that are cool, but FCM data will give you great options on Armada crews, will be a great start to a crew because of his loot grab and his shot increases. So it gives you yet another option, especially when you've got 3 Borg, the 3 ships in Borg. It might be an option there once you get him to tier 3, tier 4. Zephyr Cochrane, I think, will be your new pick Q, which I think will be very, very useful. So adding him to the mix, but with FCM data as captain, and see what potential officers are coming next month, and that will or next arc. So that will add to that mix, but it gives you a choice. However, yes, I do agree. They're very hard to upgrade because of the amount of the Maverick credits you have. However, don't give up yet. Like always with all arcs, I would assume some sort of increase would happen with whatever's coming up that will gain you more credits, gain you more rep, gain you more research. It's an assumption, complete assumption, because none of us have seen it. So that would be the idea. Whatever the feature is that gets you that will hopefully then provide the option to do so. I would not chase them because you think the Maverick credits are not worthwhile. I think they're at tier 3, tier 4. They suddenly become very, very interesting. So, and McShiz is right. Cochrane's also 250% cascade at max. So the question is, officer ability or below deck ability for utility. True. For me, Shiz, when it comes to open armadas, he's below deck. When it comes to any other armada, he's an officer ability superstar. But that is my point. And I pass you on to the icon, the franchise, and the legend himself. Everyone's wondering who I'm going to point to. There's only one because he wears a hat, MJ hat. What are your thoughts?
Honestly, Nigel, you hit the sentiment on a head, I think. At tier 3 for sure. I did manage to unlock data, but again, there are other officers right now that do better things as far as loot grab and shots at. Once we get the entire set, and let's assuming we're getting another officer to complete this set because it's not been said, I think the synergy will come in real good. I feel like the focus is toward the open armadas in Veil space. The ISO is going to be huge. So I just another thing, like you're 1,000% right. I think that this crew might end up, if you're going for shots, it's going to replace your DS9 crew on your Borg Conqueror armadas. You know what I mean? So there's so many different ways you could use them. More is more too. The loot grab alone is phenomenal. Anything that gets us more loot is mo better, right? As Samo would say.
Mm-hmm.
More better.
Yep.
Quasar, I want to give you props. I finally used the loot crew on my vengeance for the conch modas. So,
Yeah, just makes sense. You can double pull then.
Yep.
Both officers are solid, I'd say. I would work on them because we don't know what's going to the third officer will be. It might be a very solid Group Armada crew. Who knows, maybe there will be Group Armadas. It's Copley. There will be some down the road. Then it might be helpful. And else you have, like Nigel said, very good lower deck abilities on Cochrane for repair stuff. That's why I see him more powerful, unless we're getting a third officer that just blows our mind. But I don't expect that, but who knows? And on that note, I will say everybody a nice evening because I have to jump out now.
Oh,
bye.
Thank you, Q.
Well,
Appreciate you
thanks for
being
hanging
here
out, super friend.
and just stopping
Thanks
by.
for
And
being in today.
tell your best friend thank you for also making an appearance. That was pretty cool.
I will do.
Guten Tag, yeah.
Awesome.
That was good.
We appreciate Q and CDB
That was.
coming on. I know that they have busy schedules as well as the rest of the people on the panel and all of you. So thank you for being here. Banana from Quazos.
Wait. You guys have a schedule? Bro. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Anything else from this arc? How about the new building, the Warp Dive bar? They missed an opportunity to call it the Warp Drive 5 bar.
Yeah.
But anything
Kept
about
saying
the
it,
new
but-
the new building or any of the other features from this month?
I mean, I think the faction is very good. The building did miss a tiny mark where, we do need Sigma par steel efficiency. Sadly, it only goes up to 400% at level 70. So it's still a bit small. I wish it was like 1,500, 3,000. Then people would chase that a bit more. Otherwise, once you unlock it to building level 40, then you can slow roll it, or building level 30. I just think the one task to do is the Borg Conqueror Armada. I think the faction store's got superb stuff. I hope whatever's coming next month will add to that, make it better. Add more things to allow us to get more stuff from there. Hopefully they'll look at like some Sigma par steel efficiencies, or Sigma par steel, Sigma trit, which is massively required in the game, especially when you're like the V muscle or the V cube as he calls himself, or whatever it is, with his massively tiny cube and stuff that he wants to upgrade his aphelion. Otherwise known as his only best friend in life. And that is not the name of his, whatever you want to call it. But also, there's too much Sigma trit required to give it the oomph. Because otherwise, with no oomph, you get no boom. And then you don't get the second boom and all that.
Thank you.
I'll leave it to you, Jason. What's your name? I can't remember your name. Anyway,
What's
Jason,
your name?
Who?
Boom, boom, and all that.
Thank you, Fisty. Now I haven't done too much because this all came out at a weird time for me when I was experimenting with free to play. So I haven't
that's
done
right.
too. Yeah.
Sorry, I'm not me. I need to mute myself.
So you got to get. I went roughly a month and a half, roughly doing it. So now I'm just doing whatever, right? I will just say with the new that research that was, I think, the shred research, getting that unlocked to level 1, that made a big difference to where I can, at least do the 72s. I haven't tried the 73s, but it was interesting how they did that. I mean, it's not the first time they've done a mechanic like that, but it was just interesting because I was like, I think that's what, and I think Quasel was right on this. He was placing bets on what would break me. And when it came to Armadas, I'm like, yeah, that broke me. So I did get a pack for that just because I wanted it sooner than later. Some cool stuff there on some other, like, it's kind of cool seeing that they have some faction based researches for the Maverick researches. So yeah, it's pretty cool.
Speaking of Mavericks, we still haven't heard from Iron Fister. I see what I did there. That's a good one. That's a good turn.
All right. Hey, you guys pretty much hit everything I was going to address here. I'd say my biggest thing that they need to hit in the next arc that has become just blatantly obvious is the shortage in Sigma resources. Most people actually are having enough materials, which is the absolute opposite as it's been the entire game for me. It's either been rare parts or rare materials to move on, and I have had plenty of resources. Now I am just completely bottlenecked, particularly by Sigma Trit, and I know once I want to get my stuff to 71 and 72, it's going to be Sigma Steel. I can already see that Sigma Steel is an issue. And I haven't even tried moving from 71 yet. So they are going to, if they want people to continue to progress, they're going to have to address it. And that's what they've been wanting to do is they keep wanting people to progress. So they need to think about that. If there is going to be a G8, probably in, so how far into G7 are we at this point? 4 months?
5.
5 months.
6, actually. We're all about 6.
6 months into G7. So if we are looking at having G8 in the beginning of 2027, call it.
No. It would be at the earliest October of 2027.
Okay,
and
so
Yeah.
I actually think because they're slow rolling this, we might see this not be a 2-year cycle. It could be actually a 2.5 or 3-year cycle.
Yeah.
because they have been slow rolling this like a son of a gun, unless you are willing to drop a just ridiculous amount of money. I mean, there's only what, 370 level 76 players in the game right now.
Right.
That's when we went to G6. I think we had a level 70 in 6 months or less. They burned through that fast, and they're wanting to make this one last. But if they want people to get into G7, at least into the low ends of it, they need to balance this out. Because right now I am completely bottlenecked. So that's my big take. And what we were also talking about, what would be nice to see in the future. But as far as this arc goes, I think the officers are going to be super nice once I can finally get them. And it's not that they were unavailable to me. It's just that I was not focusing on the new officers for this. I was not focusing on the officers for this arc. I was focusing on getting into G7. And another mechanic I really like was about the Maverick faction is the task list, that you can look at the task and you can choose what tasks you want. And then once you progress your building far enough, then you can choose 2 of them. And you're constantly helping your alliance out with what you're doing, and they're helping you. and it's up to your alliance or not whether you progress in Maverick, which I think is really, really cool and is an extra team mechanic that has been largely ignored in arc progression.
Yep.
Hi, Seven. Welcome in, and good to have you here. Yeah, if you can see on the screen, there are only 3 76s going into. If it started in October, yeah, we are 6 months into G7. The same time in G6 land, we already had people at Op 70 2 or 3 months into the new thing. So again, not even halfway there, because even though it's 76, there is a lot of resources and materials that need to be spent to get up to Ops 80. So I'm going to guess a year, maybe getting closer to a year in order to get people to Ops 80. We have a smaller group here within a little bit bigger group here. Again, 4 people at 75, and then there's a whole bunch of people at 74. I actually think this is good for the game because you have a lot of people that are scrunched up together. And there's not this wide gap of, you have like a Ops 80, and then you have a few people at Ops, 60 to 70 that are not able to compete with someone who's at Ops 80. But, even here, the gap between Ops 60 to Ops 76 isn't that wide, as opposed to someone who was able to race to the top. And so you have a whole bunch of people bunched up here, which I think is good for the game. Oh, there's Jonathan Ingram. We're talking about Jonathan Ingram and haven't seen that many videos there. Lostin is over here, as well as some familiar faces. Yeah, so you're looking the top 200, top 300. They're all bunched up here at Ops 72. So I actually think that's pretty good for the game. That you don't have people that the top level is way above everyone else. So
I will say, Chef, that it is more healthy for the game for the progression to be slowed. I know that it's a tremendous paywall that some people are choosing to climb over, and that, if they have the means to do that, that's cool. A lot of us don't. So I mean, for me personally, I think that this bunching up of players, to your point, it's a wonderful idea. It's a wonderful thing. Slow down. Don't rush to get there. We will get there eventually once the efficiencies roll out. Once things become a little bit cheaper. Somebody in chat, I might have seen it. Murphy said from 72 to 80 was estimated at $1 million with current efficiency without ships.
Really? That much? That's
Yes,
crazy.
That much. Yeah. That much. I believe that.
Oh,
I mean,
yeah. I mean, you haven't even seen what it's like, bloody hell, to get you from 72 to 73. Jesus, like I've never
It's
seen anything
expensive.
like. Oh, it just and it keeps coming, like 100 million Sigma power steel. So MJ had spot on. Yeah.
Yeah.
It takes forever.
Yep.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy.
And
the
the other thing
thinks
is,
we're
man,
right on
as the-
schedule in terms of Ops G8 land. Killer Angel says, I still think it would be better if they would have limited to 75 for 8 months. That was an option. That was, I was kind of floating that around as well. If you play Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes, they bumped up to, their highest level, which I think was 80. And then they went to 85 and stayed at 85 for a long time. So they were doing not 10 levels up, they were doing 5 levels up. And that, that cap actually, I think was good for that game, as opposed to doing a whole 10 cycles of it. So yeah, I mean, if they do ops up, and that allows them to take their time to develop the new content. So you don't have to build the framework for the epic ships quite yet. You just have to worry of getting up to ops, the midpoint with the uncommon ships, or the uncommon ships, or maybe even the rare ships if you want to push it a little bit more, and then develop the take the time to develop the epic ships. So that could be something. I get what you're saying, but they miss out soon or later playing that way. Okay, yeah. I think that you need the ship at a certain tier. Yeah, you do need ships in order to do stuff. We're seeing that you need the uncommons right now to do some of the higher level activities, and the vengeance is not going to really take you there. So,
well, and that's the thing, right, Chef? I mean, these things take time. It's not okay. Like G6, like you said, was rush. Let's hurry. Let's get to 70. We were there in 2 months. Here we are, 6 months in, and 76 has really just been achieved in the past month or two. So, I honestly, I'm for it. I'm for it. By the time I get to G7 as the little guy in the room,
In a
there
few
will
months.
be these efficiencies. Valid.
I will say that I've been playing Fleet Command for well over 6 years at this point, and this is the first time in each expansion that I have actually been in the arc, in the top tier during the grind for that.
Mhm.
By the time, like when I got to G6, G7 had been released. By the time I got to, and now G7 is still a thing, and I'm in G7. That's in all these years, it's the first time I've gotten there, and it's not because I'm not spending. I'm now maybe I can tell you right now, I did not spend efficiently. If I had spent efficiently, I could have been there a long time ago, but I played the way I wanted to play, which I would tell anybody to do. But this has been kind of neat being able to be in G7 during G7. And even though I'm at the bottom end of it, it still makes it more fun.
See, Fisty, that is the feeling that I resonate with that, because I also have never been in that top grade. So when I get there, I'll be able to say, hey, I'm in G7, while G7 is what is new and what's fresh, and I'm looking forward to that. 1000%.
Yeah, that makes a
And
lot of
looking
sense.
back,
I agree. That's the same situation I am. So I've never been in the newest generation, if you would call it that, when it opened up, and this was the first time I've been in, and it's kind of fun. I actually like it. So
yeah, and that just also feeds right back to the fact that I remember when I first started playing Fleet Command, and I'm level 19, and the Borg Mega Cube came out. For those of you who've been playing that long, and you know what I was able to do with that? Nothing. An entire arc where I was able to do nothing. And so now they have this kind of a side quest arc for the lower tier people, which I think is amazing. And they are pushing it so hard. I think that is probably one of the best things they've done in the game in years, is develop that mid-tier development system. So, and I think that's how they're going to get new people and get them to continue playing the game. And it's something I've been thinking about, running some STFC sponsored streams to try to get new people to play. Unfortunately, not many people that are outside of STFC watch my game, but I've been watch what I'm doing. But I wish we could get some people outside of STFC to do some sponsored streams. Maybe some of these other people that do Microscape, maybe talk to them about trying it. I mean, I think a lot of us are Microscape players, and maybe if we could talk to some of these gamers that are in there, to maybe, hey, have you thought about trying STFC, do a sponsored stream? You don't have to pay a nickel. In fact, if you get enough people, you might make a little bit of money doing a sponsored stream, and you might like the community, because there's a lot of drama in the STFC community, but I think that it's a lot more gentle than some of the other, especially the first person shooter community. God, there is talk about some drama and some hatred. Oh my gosh.
Oh yeah.
I think that we are comparatively gentle compared to some of them.
We are. Yeah.
Speaking to my history, Fisty. Speaking to my history.
If we could get some of those people to come and try our community, I mean, if we had 100 people try and 10 join the community, it's 10 people we gained.
Right. Right.
So
I think that's the thing, right? We are ambassadors of the game. In a sense, Star Trek is mentioned earlier in chat and on the panel. Star Trek, the IP itself is about inclusion, is about bringing people together. There's diversity, but there's also the ability to have some semblance of community, even with all of our differences. So the IP itself encourages that, and yeah, we could do our part as well. Bring in some new people to enjoy the game like we all enjoy it. Again, I think there's a lot more positives than there's negatives, but sometimes the negatives sound like it's ominous and needs to be like the predominant thing. I think for the most part, people like it. There are things to improve upon, and we say that, and we like it, and there's things that we can make better, and we continue on in the path. I enjoyed this month. I'm not sure how all you feel. I think having anything with First Contact, I love the movie. Sometimes it's my favorite movie above Wrath of Khan, just because of my love for TNG. I did like the directing from Jonathan Frakes, and I liked how they set it up. I like the Enterprise E, as we shown on screen. Yeah, so it's one of those movies that is probably one of my favorite movies for sure. And then having Data and Zephyrin Cochrane in the game, and we'll see what the new officer is going to be next month. I do like the warp dive bar as part of it. Some of the efficiencies are going to be helpful, not as helpful as we would like it to be, but maybe some other things will come along as well. So we'll look forward to next month having these armadas. Maybe easier to kill with some of the other researchers and the officers. I think overall, I would definitely say this was a good arc. You guys' final thoughts on this, and then we'll play another game of marbles for Mug from the new Warp Drive 5 collection. Let's go around the horn right now. Let's start off with Jason.
Oh yeah, just overall so far, I've been it's been a above chill mode for me in a good way, as far as me doing and enjoying what's out there. Like I said, for people that don't know, I love armadas in general. I like, because it's another testing thing for me to do, a science thing for me to do, VNX style gameplay wise. I like to see where I can get, and I'm a fan of First Contact as well. I'm right there with you, brother. So yeah, so far overall it's been good for me, good to me, and I'm enjoying.
Awesome. Nigel, final thoughts. We'll go to Fisty and then MJ Hat to wrap us up.
Yeah, this is Nigel Timu V-neck style.
I'm working on that, by the way. It should be done today.
Like Timu V-neck. That's what I'm going to try and be, because styles of it. I enjoy loads of aspects of that game. What I like is, now that I know the technology of the tasks list exists, it means that there is a way for them to develop this into alliance tournaments. That's the way I'm looking at that as a huge positive. I like what the faction provides. I like what's in the store. I still want more, so I'm hoping whatever happens next month will add to that in some way, or will add some features to it, or whatever they're going to do to increase the credits and reputation and the research, because I want to get through it. Little tidbit for people, if you wish to take a little tidbit, was that I would focus on all those researches with regards to your FKR ships. Because it says hostiles and armadas. So attack those as early and as hard as possible. Everything will make sense soon. And it's a very good arc, very well done. Actually, everything in it did work. Do I think the numbers are right? No, for the alliance tasks, not yet. But let's see what's coming up. But however, a little challenge is always great. So as long as the communication goes, as long as they give us a week's advance on things, as long as they keep letting us know what's going on, we can all be the next MJ Hat.
Our idol Our idol.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is Timu V-Neck passing you on to MJ Hat.
Oh my God.
Oh, we're gonna go
Oh my
Fisty and then MJ.
Yeah, go.
Boo!
Right. I've actually really liked this arc. I love the way the Maverick arc's played out. I love the Maverick tasks that you do every day to contribute to it. Plus, I'm talking about the events where you go in, you look and see what you got for the day. Okay, I got this. Sometimes you get 2 tasks, one easy, one heroic. I like that, and you get your tasks built up. Then you get those events done. Then you go to your Maverick tasks. Those are great. The open armadas. I like the fact that they have made those really, really hard.
Mm-hmm.
I got lost in, dragged me into one, and I'll tell you what, I thought I was doing pretty good. My ship, no, that would be a wrong assumption. If I had not been dragged along by a couple of higher level players in my own alliance and lost in, it would have been a waste of time for me to go there because I was itty bitty compared to them. However, that's not a bad thing. These arcs has been proven over the years that they make them extremely hard to begin. You can look all the way back to the Cardassian armadas in the Bajoran arc. Those things were hard. But we figured them out. And that is what these open armadas are going to be like. And that's what everything is going to be like. We are going to figure them out, and then we are going to feel good about ourselves, and we're going to be ready for it, whatever comes next, which I really am enjoying about this. They made them tough, so they're going to last. Yeah, and Welsh Warlock just mentioned in chat, Eclipse were hard, Separatist was hard, and there you go. So I really like the direction they've gone. However, I will say that game stability has critically suffered in this arc. The lag, the ghosts, the logins, massive not so much live ops, but massive engineering problems. We can't blame Billy from accounting from those, and we can't blame Jimmy and live ops for it. This was an engineering issue that needs to be addressed if they want people to continue to spend money on this game and want to play this game. They've got to address these things, or people are going to leave. It doesn't matter how good the story is if the engineering isn't there.
I have to say, either I was not on during those times, or they fixed it in between, but I didn't experience that. I'm wondering if it's because I'm on late at night, which is, East Coast time. It's going to be about, it's going to be like 4 o'clock in the morning, right? I'm wondering if it's an allocation of their server resources that is causing some of this, because I don't remember having an issue other than with logging in or, having the lag, but I'm wondering if it's just how they're doing it. I don't know what the solution is, but I'm kind of curious because my experience was a little different than that. It could be that when there's a lot of people on, which is going to be during most of the time during the day on the East Coast, that there was actually those lag issues. But it happened on the EU servers as well, right, Nigel?
The EU servers have suffered from something a bit weird with regards to that. But the lag issues, for me, I usually never really struggle with lag. But when you're clicking on a chest, when you're repairing a ship, it's just a few seconds late on everything. Yep. That's all it is. And it feels like a minor sync issue that they need to deal with and sort of figure out. And I hope they do. And I hope they go for a monster fix to try and just get the syncing to work. If you get the syncing to work so everyone feels like they're playing in real time, that is the most important part of it towards the game. But as I said earlier, which I think would be clear, if every few days you go, hey guys, this week we're trying to do this with Dauntless. Hey guys, this week we're trying to do this with the fix. You may experience some lag spikes all over. Please let us know when you experience them, when you don't, because we're doing tests all over the week. I say that sentence, no one will complain. Everyone will be like, oh my God, we're involved in this. Yeah, let's make our game work. But if you don't say anything, you let it just become fester and becomes worse, becomes harder. So try and include us a little bit, even if you're almost pretending. I'd rather you pretend towards us than nothing. And then it feels like we're still part of we're Wait for this one. Ohana. Huh? Huh?
Uh,
Come on.
I see what you did there.
Pretty good. MJ, final thoughts.
Okay. The first thing I'm going to say is you all brought up some really good points. Fisty saying that we need new blood. Just a second.
Oh, if you got to take care of that. Go ahead.
Well, no, it's just a timer. The other thing I really wanted to harp on, because and I know we've talked about it all, right? We've talked about incursions yesterday. We talked a little bit about the thing we weren't going to talk about, COTA. We talked a little bit about communication. We talked about the Maverick faction. We talked about the Conqueror Armadas, this entire arc. I mean, and you guys have all hit it on the head. It's entirely the more they tell us, the more we know, the more that we can relay. I cannot stress enough that while they are communicating with us, maybe everything they communicate isn't going to be something that we want to hear. Please be kind to people like Obsidian Hamster, who fights behind the scenes. Please be kind to your CMs. They have a rough job, and it is very important that we keep those people on board with the community. That's all I got. You guys hit everything else on the head. So
No, that makes sense. Yeah, I think it was, like I said, I think it was a good arc. I'm not sure how all of you feel in chat, if you thought it was good or not. But we're looking forward to next month. It's going to provide something, I think, equally fantastic with First Contact. So that's what I'm looking forward to. All right, let's do one more race of marbles. We'll get it on the screen here. We'll do Warp Drive 5, new version 3 of the mug. Hi, Mrs. CDB. I'm guessing you being here means CDB is on. Let's try to split the raid again. We'll give instructions after we do the race. We'll raid out to CDB to you first, and then to Samo. DJs was super kind enough to pass on his Studio B. I mean, DJs is huge in terms of what he does for the community and his audience, and so thank you, DJs, for postponing it. So I appreciate that. Exclamation point play for Warp Drive 5 mug. Warp Drive 5 mug.
If I can add too, guys, please don't be afraid to open tabs for all those folks, because lurk lives matter.
That's right. Absolutely
Just
correct. Let's see. Yeah, exclamation point play. Who wants to call this one? Jason,
I called
MJ?
the last.
Jason?
Jason. If nobody wants to, I can do it again. But I think Jason needs to. It's his turn.
Oh, the pressure. All right,
Turn it down. I'll do it again. But okay, there you go. You got it, Jason.
Should I do a 0G style?
That's what I was going to say.
If you want to sound like Walter Cronkite, 21st century, go for it.
I'll figure. I might mix it up. I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah, if you go to, you can open up a tab. DJs just went on. Awesome. So let's try to split. We'll try to split the raid up as much as possible. Maybe we can raid out to all three. There's the STFC Ohana page as well. If you're looking to see who's on at any given moment, we have a whole bunch of awesome streamers here that you can keep this tab open. I think it gives them views. So you can also keep this open if they don't raid out to another STFC streamer. The streamer might be on this page as well. So it's you see the little STFC Ohana link on your browser. You can actually use that as well to keep that tab open, and hopefully whoever's on at the moment can get an extra view from you or two. So.
Where's
awesome. So let's get some more entries in, and then we'll do the race. Jason will call it. Thank you.
I love to.
It looks like he's getting ready. He's warming up.
Oh yeah. Oh, I was waiting on you.
Oh, you're waiting for me. Okay, I'm gonna join as well. 10 seconds to join. And here we go for Warp Drive 5 mug.
All right, super fans, here we go. We got less than 10 seconds going in on the start. Let's get ready to rumble. 1, go. Okay, where's my zero voice? Okay. Ormuz D33 is in first, hitting the wall. Going through the wall. Second place, Tokyo Terror. Actually, no, I'm incorrect. It's Cruzito. But I cannot trust the game automatic placer. Ormuz D in the lead, going down a slippery hill, a waterfall. Go, Jason Waterfall.
Are you channeling zero G's?
I'm trying to, yes. Ormuz D did a hop. Candid Onion pushed him out of the way, and now he got pushed out of the way. They're going in. They're going through the water. Martok's going to the right. Poofy is the one that we're following right now. These are holographic walls. You can go through the walls.
Holographic walls.
Just like in Star Trek.
Oh no, we're
Tavi's
going to go
going
into
in.
ads. Shucks.
Tavi is going in, but curly bracket effect is there. 7 Mr. Tony Sir, with his amazing looking car, a futuristic Batmobile, powered by a warp drive, flying through underwater, even though you can't fly underwater. Mr. Tony Sir, going in with the volleyball, bouncing around. This is exciting. Mr. Tony Sir, jumping out. I'm also going to give props to Retrieving, Onion, Ozu, Chronox, Mads. Oh, someone died. Mr. Tony Sir, not on screen, but in first place. 7 in second place. Mr. Tony Sir, underwater hitting the poles. Someone's going to win.
Someone's going to win. Here we go.
This is the finish line. And here we go.
Mr. Tony, sir.
Sorry if I
Just
clicked
as we
there.
go into ads.
Wow, I got second place. I think that's my best finish ever in one of Chef's marbles matches. I don't think I've ever won.
I saw MJ's face when I said, somebody's going to win.
Someone's going to win.
That's for you, Zero.
That was some definite zero channel right
That's
there.
a very
right.
zero-ish.
And Mr. Tony, sir, you have won the race.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
It hasn't ended yet, but I'm waiting for it to end so I can get out of here.
And speaking of Zero, there he is.
Hi, Zero.
Zero's in chat.
There we go. Mr.
Zero's in
Tony,
chat.
sir. Congratulations to you.
Oops, wrong button.
Oh.
Sorry.
Wait, what was
Oh,
that?
no, I was trying to hit my mute button. I hit
He
the beep.
bleeped himself.
Yeah, that was
All right,
me.
we'll take
Sorry,
a
I was trying to
screenshot
hit mute.
and then congratulations. Just message me on Discord and we'll get you your Warp Drive 5 mug. Warp Drive 5 mug. All right, we'll close that out. Thank you again for being here. We tried this last week. I'm not sure how it's going to go, but we have 3 of our friends on.
Yeah, this is
So
gonna be
I'm trying to figure out how to actually rate out to all
Ladies
of
and
them. I
gentlemen,
think I can do it. Let me
this
pull up the screen.
is a big political decision. I wonder how Dr. Ryan Chef's going to do this.
Oh, I do know what the basic rule of Warp Drive 5 is, and I expect them to at least expect to do that.
Well, I mean, yeah. Go on, Dr. Ryan
Yeah.
Chef. This is your moment. You are Hawaii's #1 prime minister. This is your chance.
Yeah, I know. We have been very negligent to rate out to CDB2, and CDB has
Oh,
rated in a lot of different times to our channel. So I think
I'm
it's
gonna go
only
say hi to
fair if
Samo
we
really
split
quick.
it between the 2 of them. So we'll do it just like we did last time. If you see the notification pop up, if you, because we have I'm pretty sure they're already in their streams already with Samos and DJs and CDB streams. So, but what we'd like to do is let's send some people over to CDB, and then we'll send some over to Samo, and we'll kind of do it that way. So I'm going to hit the button. If you can, if it pops up or you can leave the raid, can you leave the raid? And then we'll kind of move people over as we go along. But I'm going to try and click the button as soon as I can so we can keep some people over there. So I'm just trying to coordinate everything right now and get everything up and running. So I'm opening up multiple tabs so we can kind of get people to the different rates. I wonder if I open up 2 tabs and I raid into...
Oh, I don't know how that works. But while everyone is waiting for Dr. Iron Chef to make a decision, I will do this.
I'm sorry. I'm very indecisive. I'm very indecisive. So, okay, I have Samo's tab up. I have
Dr. Iron Chef has a mission to survive.
All right, let's raid on out over to CDBTU, and I'll hit the button. Yeah, if you could stay back, if that's possible. 10 seconds. 9. Yeah, if you can cancel the raid, we'll raid out to CDBTU. And then we're going to do a second raid over to Samo. And we'll see if that works as well. Some of you are still here, so that's great. So.
Oh, whoa.
Oh, speaking of zero-type hosts, we do have Viper in the chat. Yeah. Viper, you're going to be a bit more enthusiastic on your cosmic squares. Are you going to invite Dr. Iron Chef to this one? I'd like to see him answer some questions.
Okay, we did the raid, so thank you very much for joining us.
Can you end OBS?
See you real soon. Oh, ho, and then we'll stop stream as well.